This is an Audio Wool original.
It is working now. It is Frightday Casual.
My damn nose.
Wait, what? Were you picking your
You
nose?
caught me. Yeah, you caught me picking my nose. First thing.
What were you doing?
I had to just pick my dang little nose a little bit.
There's something in there?
It was like, dry.
Wow. Dang. I didn't even see it.
Bug.
I didn't even see it, if I'm being honest.
All right.
It is Casual Frightday. Hope you're full, folks. However, tonight, it's leftovers and updates. We've got the identity of the most famous Skyjacker. He may have been busted. He might also be dead. The bizarre story also of a Maui woman who has gone missing in Los Angeles and the attached tragedy surrounding that, as well as the thoughts of armchair online sleuths. And so much more, guys. Thankful to have him to go through this with me all the way from Occupied Texas. It's Jared picking his dang nose.
I can breathe again. And sometimes you just got to do it. And sometimes you're on camera when you're doing it. You know? And that's the joy of catching us when we're doing this live or the replay. Folks listening at home later on.
Yeah, if you are hearing this on the RSS feed afterwards, you can watch it at youtube.com/Frightday. Also, we do this every 2 weeks at live.frightday.com, which is a Twitch channel for the Audio Wool Network. So make sure to go follow, subscribe there if you want to watch this with us live, because you can chat. There's a chat window. You can participate in real time, which is a lot of fun. We also have a phone number. I don't have the stinger because I just realized my dang iPad's dead because I've been busy. I was in Chicago for a week, and then we had that whole Thanksgiving thing.
Horsing around.
Yeah, goofing like a true buffoon over here. I don't know. I made hens last night, Jared. I think I discussed that on the show proper this week. I do have a correction. They are Cornish game hens. I just find it kind of inappropriate to have to, be so descriptive.
Regionalize them,
right? Like, I don't know. Does it matter?
Is Cornish regional? I don't know. What is Cornish? What am I?
I mean, we could look into it really quick, but I felt busted because I kind of gave everyone in my world grief because they always, when I said I was making hens, they're like Cornish game hens. And I'm like, well, yeah, but
yeah, just regular hens.
I don't know. I feel like it's the same thing, but before we get too involved in this, USDA approved name for a particular variety of broiler chicken produced from a cross between the Cornish and White Plymouth Rock chicken breeds.
A pilgrim chicken, huh?
I guess so. Maybe I'm the true celebrator of Thanksgiving. Maybe I'm the guy doing it right. Here I thought I was being silly, not doing turkey, but Jared, let's I guess voicemail number. I always like to get this out. 1-833-374-4489, 1-833-FRIGHT9. If you want to call us live, I might just turn it on. I'm going to turn it on.
One more time, what is it?
1-833-374-4489. 1-833-FRIGHT9. Put it in your phone. And I'm going to turn on the phone line here. Are you okay?
Yeah.
You got a bit of a cough.
Wrong hatch there.
So the nose is messed up, and so is the throat now, huh?
We're having allergies down here right now. You know,
that makes sense. How was your Thanksgiving?
No rain.
Did you didn't go home,
great.
Right?
No. Yeah, I'm not a big Thanksgiving guy. I made oven ribs.
Oh.
Most people are saying they looked normal and good, but I have one friend who's just giving me hell about it.
They saying, what?
That's a wild looking rib. It just doesn't look like ribs I've ever seen before. I audibly laughed when you sent them. the pic. I was like,
That's
"Are
not
you?
very-
Why are you terrorizing me?"
It's not very nice. Speaking of nice, should we? Let's start out nice with a segment called "Cool or
Yeah,
Not."
tell me yours real fast.
I
How was
did-
your Thanksgiving?
Oh, it was good. I just had the hens. I made some roasted vegetables, yams, onions, Brussels sprouts, broccolini. What else? I made rolls from scratch. That was fun.
Okay.
Shook butter. You ever shake cream till it turns to butter? Like
I
you're
have in elementary school.
Yeah, I did that. I did that for myself.
You ever got the rock salt ice cream? It seems like something you'd do then.
Yeah, it's kind of the same concept. I'm sitting there watching. What was I watching? Probably Bar Rescue, shaking a can of heavy cream until it turned to butter. So
sure,
Bar Rescue is kind of my go-to unwind show these days. That John Taffer. Tough Love.
It's a hotel show,
Oh, yeah. That and Impractical Jokers. You throw that on?
Yeah, big time.
Ridiculousness, maybe?
Triple D. Did you watch
D?
the local Triple D?
No, I saw they came to my hometown and investigated several haunts.
It premiered, I guess, earlier this...
It was on Friday.
Maybe last week or something, yeah.
It was, I guess, Thursday then. Wednesday? I'm not sure. Maybe it's today. Doesn't matter. This is Cool or Nah.
We are turning our attention to some headlines of the day. A former Disney employee is accused of hacking into that company's online food menu.
Whoa, hold tight. Hacking into the company's online food menu.
So it's the anonymous guy, the guy Fox mask.
Yeah.
but he's got Mickey ears.
Oh God, that's good. If we had some guy doing live photoshops, I would request that for sure.
Please.
Here we go. Yeah, sorry.
Menus.
Federal prosecutors say that this man changed menus to falsely say that some meals did not contain peanuts. Michael Schur worked at Walt Disney World as a menu production manager, but was fired.
Menu production manager? So is that like making paper menus or updating digital menus and verifying that they go live? It's kind of a unique profession.
What was the title?
Peanuts. Michael Schur worked at Walt Disney World as a menu production manager, but was fired in June for alleged misconduct.
Yeah, look it up. I wonder if that job's available on Glassdoor or something.
A criminal complaint says that after he was fired, he kept accessing the software, changed menu prices, added profanity, and also changed allergen information, possibly putting people in danger.
I love added profanity. I think that's
a fucking corn dog.
One fucking corn dog for $10 fucking dollars, right?
10 goddamn big ones.
So this is a couple weeks old, and I know it's just not that big of a deal. Michael Schur, a menu production manager, fired June of this year, and his termination was described as contentious and not considered to be amicable. How do you fuck up? Like, how do you fuck this job up? I don't know. Maybe he's just a bad guy.
He tripped Mickey one time.
Yeah. Accused of... Gosh!
Say it. They never talk.
No.
It's just a guy under there.
So hacked into the software, manipulated allergen information, falsely identifying certain items as safe for people with peanuts. So that's pretty bad. That's fairly dangerous. I don't have that kind of allergy, but I know that co-host of Frightday, Kelly, definitely does. And that would ruin her day pretty goddamn quick, don't you think?
Sure, of course. You remember that Freaks and Geeks episode where the bully puts the peanuts in Bill's sandwich or whatever?
Yeah, he ends up in the hospital.
Freaking nerd. Yeah, he's joking. Yeah.
Well, it was just a goof, if I'm being real. It wasn't that big of a deal. But also launched. They leave this out of the news the news broadcast here, but he also launched DDoS attacks against fellow Disney employees, and it locked 14 employees out of their accounts.
What a weird. I'm just gonna have to talk to the manager later to clock in.
I guess so. Just kind of being a pain in the butt, and then Also collected sensitive information related to Disney employees, which I don't know what that is. I tried to dig a little bit deeper. I did find the criminal documents here, the complaint, but it doesn't really have any specific details. And also it appears that Daniel C., the magistrate judge, wrote this with crayon here. Sign that.
Really, that's nice.
And that's pretty good.
Yeah, I don't know if that's valid. Maybe that's how he wins.
So the craziest thing is, in September of this year, the FBI raided his home, seizing 4 personal computers. That's how big of a deal this was.
Yeah, he's just like bumming around after that, huh?
I guess so.
Yeah, he's just got real surly after he got raided by the FBI at work. Guys, fucking kick my fucking door in.
I think it was in response to his poor behavior, but yeah, this is just I couldn't find any specific quotes surrounding the profanity usage. That's the only thing I really cared about with this story, and I can't seem to find anything. I wanted to see examples of what he'd done, and what went through. But
you're gonna have to take it to the streets with this one, I think.
So on that note, I gotta say, cool or nah? Like, I mean, it's personally, I think this guy's kind of nah. Like, it seems like
this is
petty
honestly like a pretty
loser.
nah thing. It's what are you getting away with when you do this? Like, clearly nothing if your door got kicked in.
But like, I don't even care about Disney. Like, I know they're fairly evil in their own way, but like, this isn't how you get them back.
No, you steal from them a whole costume or something.
Yeah.
That's like the only way out of that. What is your recourse? Like Disney is so sweeping. You remember when that person died at Disney and then they can't do anything, like the family can't do anything?
Yeah, I was actually just gonna bring that up. So yeah, they did drop that, which is good of them. But a woman, she died of an allergy while in the Disney park, and they determined that they could not sue Disney because she had, or her son, I think it was even her son, signed up for a Disney Plus trial account, didn't even pay for it. Damn. Because the whatever terms of service, not only does it cover everything Disney property and within that umbrella, but also it says like, if I'm watching a Disney show, like if I'm tuning into The Mandalorian and I choke, I can't sue them for it. Which I didn't know. I hadn't even considered until now. Yeah. But fatal allergic reaction after eating at a restaurant at Disney Springs.
That baby Yoda freaking scared the heck out of me, and I swallowed a whole piece of broccoli raw.
I had a brain aneurysm because I found out the baby is actually old. What is this? What the hell? My head fucking pops. Yeah, not good. Disney not good, but this fucking dork is he's rubbing me the wrong way. No one's speaking up in the chat, so I'm gonna say that maybe we should move on and just give him a nah. Stamp it nah.
Hey, this is kind of cool though.
I'll stamp it with a nah.
I see in where we see this like Tesla truck up here. Yeah, it's not cool.
Yeah, of course. Yes.
All right, go. The Tesla truck carousel here. Trump dines with Zuckerberg. Go back up.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes.
A little bit more.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Zuckerberg dined at Mar-a-Lago too?
This story right here. Oh, yeah. They got together. Who's surprised? No one. Conservative U.S. influencer Candace Owens is barred from New Zealand weeks after she was trying to get some sort of work permit or something.
Oh, that's a disappointing
New Zealand
moment.
was like, nah.
We're gonna pass actually on Candace Owens. Wonderful. No. So Thanksgiving, fun day for most. Well, some. Let's just say it's a day of reflection, a day of celebration, a day of rest and food. But for some folks, they have a tough time. Not just because they're alone, not just because they well, sometimes they get food poisoning, but also sometimes they get physically injured.
Remember, we learned that it's usually from the vegetables.
Yes, it's always the vegetables. It's never the meat. You would know if it was the meat, I think. Jared, Texas, huh?
Yeah, wouldn't you know it? Texas back in the news. Did you guys have a good Thanksgiving? Because some people did not. And man, Texas is Texas and Florida both represented pretty heavily yesterday on the day of giving thanks, of course. And this is just up the road from me in Fort Worth. It sounds like things got a little picey.
So we want to get to some breaking news right now in Fort Worth. You're looking at a live picture. Right now, police are investigating a shooting on the city's east side. It happened in a residential neighborhood here, as you can see. This is on Sylvan Meadows Drive near Newberry Trail. Police say a man was shot.
Are there cops outside your house? I feel like I saw the cherries and berries lighting up your face through your window.
Oh, no.
Okay.
I don't.
Multiple.
I think it's the cherries and berries from the
screen.
Oh,
it's reflecting off this. You probably have like a 40-inch TV in front of you, don't you?
My shiny forehead, a 32-inch. I downgraded.
Times during an argument on this Thanksgiving evening. He's now at JPS in critical condition this evening. Police say the victim and the suspect knew each other. A suspect is now in custody.
Wow. Okay. So that's one tragedy that happened, and also, I don't know if you saw the gas station where you worked at over a decade ago, over here in Missoula, was the crime scene this last week.
I did, and it was grisly. It was not good. They caught the person. It sounds like that he went inside to use the bathroom.
Dude, how many times? I feel like I've been even at that gas station with you when people just like go into that bathroom and then like don't leave, and you guys have to have like an issue like getting someone out of a bathroom. Lots of folks using or
all the
like
time.
trashing it. Like,
it's also like a really where that store is like a really high traffic spot for college town, so there's a lot of like foot traffic, and there's a lot of personality that comes through there, and most people are fine, but there's like every day there's going to be like at least maybe even your coworker getting like too high on heroin and passing out in the ladies' bathroom.
I think you told that story. That was a good one.
Now, developing today, a heavy police presence was reported in Missoula near Madison Street and Broadway Street earlier today. A spokesperson with the Missoula Police Department reports Missoula police officers and detectives are currently investigating a suspicious death that took place in the area.
So they literally just covered that up with that for a while.
Tarp. Yeah.
Like on Reddit, people were like, "What's under the tarp?" Like people were just driving by.
They're about to do Chris Angel's about to pop out.
Oh, that would have been much better than the reality of this situation.
This realty place here that we're looking at,
the maroon building behind it there.
Yeah, beyond the fence here. That guy would always talk to me about the Replacements,
like the band.
And how much he thought they were an excellent band.
Well, that's kind of fun.
Yeah.
That's kind of
every
nice.
time. Like, hey, you like music? You ever hear this band? I have.
Yeah, dude, and we've had this conversation.
Really nice guy though. Yeah,
well, that's good. Well, he didn't do it, right?
New information tonight after a man arrested for deliberate homicide in Missoula makes his first court appearance. I attended the court hearing and obtained these charging documents. I want to warn you, the details are disturbing. 51-year-old James Edward Brown appeared in Missoula County Justice Court Tuesday afternoon for his initial appearance, where a judge set bond in the amount of $1 million. Brown
she didn't need to do it like Dr. Evil, did she?
Really did.
Of course you do the finger.
Really handed it over.
Oh no. $1 million.
Brown is charged with one count of deliberate homicide, one count of of unlawful restraint and 1 count of partner or family member assault. This all comes after officers were dispatched to the Noon's convenience store in the 500 block of East Broadway for a report of an unresponsive person inside a vehicle on Sunday just after 11:30 a.m. That's where officers discovered 37-year-old Audrey Bird dead inside the vehicle with visible injuries to her face, bruising all over her body, and blood on her clothing. Documents state Brown came out of the convenience store and asked officers, quote, "Is she dead?" Police arrested Brown and transported him to the police station to be interviewed.
Jesus.
At the scene, detectives discovered evidence indicating a struggle inside of the vehicle. According to charging documents, Brown stated during an interview with detectives that he and Bird were in a friends with benefits relationship for around 5 months.
See, it's just never good.
No. Well,
I'm just kidding.
no.
That was that was not good. Yeah, did you hear it was a hammer?
no.
Yeah. That's just some
Fuck,
really,
man.
really foul stuff. So
I
glad they
used to
got him.
manage that store, and I got stories for days, but none of them that bad.
Yeah, I
Not
feel
even
like-
once.
No, I don't. I think that there was probably some. I've heard drug stories and minor violence stories from you, I think, but nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing like this.
Poopy pants stories.
A lot of poop stories, but yeah.
Seen some butts. Seen some, I don't know, shoplifters get their comeuppance. I was such a neighborhood clerk, man. People loved me there. And if you weren't from around there, maybe you'd be a little, what the hell's going on in this gas station, you know? And anyway, this kid came in and he like grabbed a whole rack of lighters, like, you know, that Bic display.
Yeah, the like
The 3-tier guy.
Mm-hmm.
And he first started picking lighters off of it and winging them at my head, but then he had the display in his arm, so he just threw the entire display at me. And Steve, I don't know where he's at anymore. Little Stevie, he was a high school kid, do a food trade, and he's like, "Did that guy just throw that lighter rack at you?" I'm like, "Yeah, dude." He like just came in here acting crazy or whatever. He's like, "He's not going to get away with that."
Oh,
Chased
no,
him
really?
down. Chased him down. Beat him up.
You got guys that stood up for you.
I got shooters every corner, my man.
Damn. Wow, that's wild. Speaking of shooters.
A Thanksgiving tragedy in Lauderdale Lakes where a man was shot and killed after a dispute with a neighbor. This happened shortly after 3:30 p.m. at the Somerset Lakes apartments on Somerset Drive. The victim's wife describing the dispute, saying that the neighbor was complaining that her husband, 71-year-old Hurlian McLean, was playing music too loudly.
But my husband didn't have any weapon. My husband didn't even have a knife on him. And I go up to him and say, "Why did you shoot my husband? Why?" And he said to me, "I must shut my mouth. He will shoot me too."
Well, the family was seen coming together to pray outside the apartment complex after the Thanksgiving tragedy. A Broward Sheriff's Office deputy telling us that they have detained someone in relation to this incident, though it's not clear yet what charges that person may be facing.
That sounds like assault with a deadly weapon or attempted murder would be my guess, but
Not even attempt. They shot him. They died.
oh, he's
Yeah,
dead.
fatal.
Yeah, so that's
He
murder.
died.
Yes. Yeah.
Broward County, Florida, represented.
There's got to be a Broward County crime podcast, right?
I would guess. I mean, like, why, you know, if
Yeah.
there's not, why don't we get that Florida money, you know?
I mean, we should
Talk
hop
about
in there.
Florida.
I'm sure there's definitely Florida Man podcasts.
There's
but-
a new show on HBO, isn't it?
called Florida Man.
Florida Stories or something like that.
I have never heard of that.
It's, like,
Florida
relatively new.
HBO, huh? Home box office. It's Florida Man. It's the name of the show.
Okay. Yeah, that was like one of the first episodes I did
I
with
think
you.
it was. Wow, this looks fun.
Yeah. There you go.
This is gonna be great.
Yeah, I think it's out.
Is that Juliette Lewis? Wow. Okay. What a
Oh,
cast.
yeah.
What a cast.
You know, one time I saw Julia Lewis on the street and I hung my whole body out the car and I flipped her off and said, "Fuck you."
What? Wait, whoa.
So then I tagged her on Twitter later on and I was like, I just want to apologize for doing that. I don't know what to do.
Sometimes you
about that.
just
So this is
react.
another-
Yeah.
Yeah, I was a young, dumb punk asshole. And you know this firsthand.
Mm-hmm.
And my knee-jerk reaction was to... She was with her mom.
Oh fuck! All right, let's just move on then. We should cruise through the rest of these really horrible.
This is just another. I just want to apologize to her again.
Oh, of course, at this public forum. Sorry about it.
Well, a Thanksgiving gathering ended with a Memphis mother stabbing 2 people, including her own daughter. And 55-year-old LaShonda Johnson faces several charges, including aggravated assault. Memphis police say 2 people showed up to Methodist South Hospital with knife wounds on their hands. Investigators say Johnson, who may have been drunk at the time, started arguing with her daughter and another man at a home on Delta Road in West Haven. Police said Johnson then grabbed a knife out of the kitchen and cut both of their hands.
All right. Family's hard. I'm lucky enough to have a good relationship with most folks in my family. Still haven't forgiven my aunt who believes that my dad is vaccine injured just by looking at him, saying he looks different. That's not really great. However,
you know my my unvaxxed face.
What? Excuse me.
Story. I've been sending you pictures of people that are
yes
unvaxxed and they have a particular face. I think.
Yeah, you've been swiping right on a lot of unvaxxed appearance. Well, I mean, and you're usually right. This is another story of a knife on Thanksgiving. So this will be the last of our Thanksgiving wrap up. We're gonna wrap them up, the leftovers, and we're gonna put them in the deep freezer until next year.
A Pensacola man is in the Escambia County Jail without bond. Escambia County deputies say the man stabbed his ex-wife's new husband this morning on Thanksgiving.
It's not good. Don't wait.
Sucks.
Yeah, you can't stab. That's like the most.
Stab the turkey instead.
Stab the turkey, and like you can be loud all you want if that's how you feel, but you can't stab your ex-wife's new partner.
The stabbing happened at a home on MacGregor Drive earlier this morning. WEAR spoke with the stab victim just hours after the attack. He says he's feeling extra thankful to be alive.
A good deed gone wrong.
I'm having Thanksgiving dinner, and I got stabbed this morning.
This guy's the best, by the way.
Yeah.
So let's describe this. Oh God! So that beard is.
Wow! Yeah, I didn't even recognize it first.
It's a thick Fu Manchu, right? What do we call this? It's just where the
it's
stripe
kind of
from
like a Ulysses almost, right?
There we go. Yeah,
it is Fu Manchu, but it's like it's up on them cheeks and it's coming. Think of the biggest biker goatee you can think of. Now shave it in the middle.
A stripe down the middle, and then honestly curl it too. He's got like distinguished mustache curls. So
yeah, they kind of are coming out there. He's got a nice set of glasses on, long hair. Maybe he was a hippie in the 60s. You know?
Yeah, he's sitting on what isn't quite a Papa Son chair on his back porch, but he definitely still has the hospital shirt on.
Hospital shirt. He's got a cross, maybe a heart necklace.
Oh, you'll get a good look at that here in a second.
Cool.
Alan Bingham and his wife opened their doors to a person in need this holiday season.
So I don't know what this is. It's
bones and teeth hanging off of the cross.
It's a cross. I don't know what it's made of. Probably bone with what maybe those are were the 10 Commandments on 2 slabs. Is that?
Yeah.
So I think maybe that, but then attached to that is a tooth, some other bone, and a house key. So he's using his necklace.
Maybe a crystal.
Could be a crystal.
Act of good faith.
And so I'm trying to help this homeless man. Had nowhere to go.
According to the Escambia County Sheriff's Office, the homeless man in question is 72-year-old Gregory Grant, charged with attempted homicide. Authorities say Grant is the ex-husband of Bingham's current wife.
So he's not only an ex-husband, he's also the homeless guy. And that's how this guy identifies him?
Wait, what?
The stabbed identified him. He's like, I did a nice thing. I opened the door for a homeless guy.
Yeah.
I would just say I would open the door for my
I opened the door.
ex-wife's ex-husband or my wife's ex-husband. But I don't need to victim blame this guy with the weird necklace. He's fine.
Yeah.
Bingham says he and his family were enjoying some quality time today and invited Grant to join. From here, Bingham says the friend...
Now, what does this wall say? Holding February 13th, 2018. It's like a hand-painted mural on the wall of his bedroom. I don't know.
Friendly invitation took a turn for the worst.
He was just standing there, didn't reach in his pocket, and I felt, my side, what? And then he tried to stab me again and cut my thumb, and trying to defend myself, and I had his arms like this, and I go, what do I do? So I took my right foot and tripped him, and that's how I got away and called 911.
The stabbing happened at 11:15 this morning. Grant was arrested and booked into Escambia County Jail about 2 hours later. Bingham says this stabbing gave him a new perspective this Thanksgiving.
You gotta really be careful who you help.
God.
Yeah, this guy's a character for sure.
All right. Yeah. You got to be careful about who you help, Byron.
It means you can't stop helping.
Oh, no.
But you have to be careful.
I didn't mean to make fun of this man.
Yeah, sorry. I should have finished the clip before you said that. That is really unfortunate, and I'm glad that he's okay. And honestly, that was a cool move to trip the guy and push him backwards.
You get him out of there.
Good way to get out of that situation. Yeah.
Knock him back.
Stinks. So, I mean, I hope you. I mean, if maybe the point of this whole segment was to make sure that you guys like put your Thanksgivings in perspective. I hope that they were all better than the 4 that we've discussed so far here. So, if you, yeah. But we're gonna move on. It's the holiday season. I don't have any holiday stories, so I don't know why I even said that. But I will.
We could bring it back on a nice note with like we got an arrest yesterday.
Some justice. Yes. Okay. Let's talk about that.
A developing story today as Metro Police say that a teenager is now behind bars. His twin brother, though, is still on the run.
Wait. I don't know anything about this story, but they only got one?
They only got one.
Oh,
Look at these guys. Look at these little emo kids, maybe.
Let's see.
Old Navy emo kid haircut.
Well, that's a type.
They are wanted for murder. They are being charged in connection with Sunday's deadly shooting outside of a Antioch shopping complex. Now we're talking about 17-year-old Marcos Lieve Hernandez.
Really breathy.
He is being charged with the murder of 39-year-old Huang Rong Ju. Mr. Ju owned a chicken restaurant.
You hearing this guy deliver?
Yeah, he's kind of struggling. I think he's
having a hard time breathing.
It's okay. I mean, I'm like that sometimes. I was listening back to my episode about the Blount family tragedy. Did you hear that yet?
No, I haven't yet.
Oh, it's an interesting little story, but there's something about live. It's just a little bit harder to read sometimes. I did okay, I think, but I definitely I feel for this poor guy having a panic attack, knowing that he has to pronounce two different ethnicities of names back to back. You know, it's hard. But yeah, he's getting kind of breathy.
Restaurant, Huang Rong Ju. Mr. Ju owned a chicken restaurant there in the Mill Creek.
I feel like he was relieved. It's like I got through that.
Shopping center. Police say that Ju had just left the restaurant and was driving out of the parking lot. That's when the twin brothers opened fire with an AR-15 style rifle.
Jesus.
Police say that the brothers were trying to shoot a group of people across the parking lot, and Mr. Ju was in the crossfire. He had nothing.
Wait, what the fuck? How come I didn't hear about this? Two twin brothers with AR-15s tried to shoot a crowd of people?
This isn't Breaking Bad.
Apparently.
Nothing to do with this. He was killed as a result, though, and his car ended up running into a nearby dental office, causing a lot of damage there.
Oh, man.
Police are still looking for Marcos's twin brother. His name is Emilio. If you've seen him, you're asked to contact Crime Stoppers at number 742-7463.
If you see him, your ass is grass.
Damn, that sucks. That was a bummer. At least we got one of the twins from.
Yeah, one of them. One of them. You know, they're pretty easy to get the other one. They basically got both of them. You know, if you get one, you kind of got both.
I guess, well, for the most part, I guess. I don't know.
They're like it's like the same guy.
It's the same DNA, technically. So.
This week's episode of 48 Hours looks into the mysterious
what do we
death
have here?
of 27.
Sorry, I didn't. I just pulled it up without.
No, this is a little conspiracy talk here.
Okay.
There's a little, maybe there's a little something here. I don't know. I got into it, and then I decided let's live react this.
Yeah, let's
see what
do
we
it.
think.
7-year-old Melissa Lamish. On Thanksgiving Eve in 2020, the devoted EMT and expectant mother was found dead on her kitchen floor after her home was engulfed in flames. At first, investigators could not tell if the fire killed her or if it was set to hide a murder. The investigation would soon uncover secrets. Here's an early look at 48 Hours contributor Nikki Batiste's report.
On November 25th, 2020, it was the day before Thanksgiving, I received a phone call shortly after 4 o'clock from the Mount Morris police chief. And he asked me kind of frantically, is anybody at my house? And I said, my daughter is. And so there's a fire and it's bad.
Gus Lamish would learn his daughter Melissa was found on the kitchen floor by the stove. Melissa, a 27-year-old EMT, was pregnant and just 2 days away from her due date.
Did you have any thoughts on whether this was an intentional fire or an accidental fire initially, instinctively?
Instinctively, we couldn't tell if it was intentional or accidental.
Brian Ketter was the lead investigator for the Ogle County Sheriff's Office.
We didn't know what happened to her.
Investigators learned Melissa had a visitor at her home the day of the fire, Matthew Plody, the expectant father who was a firefighter. Melissa and Matthew had a casual relationship, which cooled off when Melissa became pregnant.
He did not want the baby.
Heather Cruz, assistant state's attorney, says Plody did not want to be a father and kept the baby a secret.
He did not care about Melissa or her baby, his baby.
Plody, though, told investigators he had recently been talking to Melissa about being involved in the baby's life, and that was why he was at the house that day, and that Melissa was alive when he left.
I'm going to pause it there, because maybe this is next year's Byron Ruins Thanksgiving topic. This is an interesting story. So this murder happened on Thanksgiving Eve, is that right? Seems like
it looks like it, yeah.
Oh my gosh, I might have to expand my rules. It's typically just Thanksgiving, but
that's a pretty good one.
Yeah, wow.
We might have a little bit more information later on. Let's pause it.
And
Fuck this story. Let's get out of here.
Speaking of conspiracy, though, the internet's been buzzing a lot about most things.
What on earth happened to Jay Leno?
Oh, your poor face.
Look at my eye.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my fucking God, dude.
Jay Leno is all bruised up. The left side of his face is black and blue. His eye is swollen shut. And look at his injured wrist.
And I love that they don't mention that it's his right arm and his left side of his face.
Yeah.
Suspicious.
I broke my wrist. Lost the nail on the finger.
Ugh.
And then I'm all black and blue.
The comedian says he fell down a 60-foot hill.
I said, well, the hill doesn't look that steep. Let me take it down. And then
You rolled down a hill?
Oh,
That's not true.
No, that's true.
Jay Leno says he was staying at a Hampton Inn about 30 miles outside of Pittsburgh on Saturday night when he wanted to have dinner at a local restaurant before his show. Instead of walking a mile and a half down the road, he decided to take a shortcut down the hill.
All right, we got to pull up the map, obviously. Right?
Yeah, we need to take a look here, yeah.
The Pittsburgh Hyatt, is that right?
I like that this guy's just on the side of the highway over here. It's like, we'll just go stand you on the hill over here inside Edition.
Well, do you think it's North Shore or Airport? Do you know? Let's see. Take a peek. There is 3 options here. Let's make sure this doesn't display my location like it did last time. Block. That's great. Okay. I'm actually going to make that smaller. So there's actually 4 around here.
That's why you got to tune in live, folks.
Yes, we're gonna so you can see where I live.
see Byron's
Great.
address.
So cool. I love
We cut that out. We cut that out in the replay.
Of course, you could know where I live. That would be really cool. All right, so we got to get on the ground here.
All right,
I mean, honestly, he could have stayed at a better place. The Hyatts here are reasonable, $108 to $134. Maybe he gets the suite.
What's the presidential suite? Yeah.
All right, so we got to return to the video. Did they give us any more clues here?
Instead of
60-foot hill.
Let me take a.
So let's go.
You rolled down a hill? That's not true. No, that's true.
Jay Leno says he was staying at a Hampton Inn.
Hampton Inn. It's not Hampton. I thought it was Hyatt. So that's the first one. This might.
Hampton.
What did everyone have for Thanksgiving? Anything good? So that brings us down to 2. And they're worst quality. No, there's 3. All right, and there's one over here too, in Pittsburgh Green Tree. God damn it. All right, well, let's find some hills, boys and girls.
Yeah, let's take a look.
There's
Turn
a
on the
park.
terrain map.
Yes, thank you.
All right.
Let's see. How come my filters, maybe? Nope. Oh, where's my terrain at? I wish I could drop...
Where the terrain map.
There's our terrain.
Okay.
Sorry, everyone. There we go.
Kind of sounds like, so there's like a restaurant at the one, huh? Or
So
like by
is this
one.
the hill here? He's not walking towards the interstate.
Going, yeah. Well, so there's got to be a restaurant at the bottom of the hill, though, right?
Mm-hmm. 60-foot hill.
That makes me think that there's not really anything going on over there.
So it's definitely not the Hampton Inn University Medical Center here. This one. There's nothing around that. Safe to say? Eliminate that guy? Okay.
Doesn't look like that one yet.
And sorry, that's the downtown location. This is the Pittsburgh Waterfront West Homestead, which also, I'm going to say safe to say no hill. Okay. And then the Green Tree is the one that I believe we're at.
This one seems like it would be it, but where's the restaurant situation?
And this can't. Do you think this is it here?
There's just more stuff around it. So let's zoom in. Let's take a look.
All right.
Where this is the hotel, and then I don't know. It's pretty.
You think you want maybe this? It could be this.
Ooh. Okay. What's down at the bottom of the hill then?
Chat. What are we thinking? That is the dialysis clinic.
So you're not eating there.
No, I don't think so.
5th Ave. What is around here?
He's a man of the people. He might. Well, I'm trying to. I don't want to. I'm just.
Wait. Let's hear what they had to say one more time for clues about this.
30 miles outside of Pittsburgh on Saturday night.
30 miles outside of Pittsburgh. God damn it! If I would have just listened. Where does that put us?
Damn it. 30 miles outside Pittsburgh.
All right. Okay. So here's a full map of options now. Now we're down to 15. I don't know if we're going to get there.
Look at this expensive one, $130 one up north. There's 121, 160, 130.
This might be the best podcasting we've ever done.
This is in depth, folks, and
there's the hill.
Oh.
He's walking towards the Pendleton at Cranberry Woods? No.
I mean, that Cranberry Woods, the Pendleton at Cranberry Woods. Then what is this stuff over here? Something at Cranberry Woods, all of that. There's a restaurant here.
Salon.
Club
Leaf and Bean.
No, that's not it. That's like a
Twist Me Up Pretty Hair Studio.
Wait, so let's go back to the Pendleton stuff over here.
Over here on the side. I mean, it looks like seeing this, he probably could have fallen through all of these trees. Like, I'm starting to realize that maybe he did hurt himself.
There's like a restaurant. There's got to be a restaurant in here, right?
Maybe Ridgecrest is just a community. There's the...
You got the pizzeria and bar.
Sensi's Pizzeria and Bar. That does seem like a place he might go. And there is a large park in front of it, too.
But he's got to go...
He's a car guy. Why is he walking? Let's finish this up.
When he wanted to have dinner at a local restaurant before his show. Instead of walking a mile and a half down the road, he decided to take a shortcut down the hill.
Now we know... Oh.
Not a good idea.
I thought we were going to say, now we have a radius, but no, he tried to walk through.
This is believed to be the steep...
There it is. It's literally on a sign.
Take a shortcut down the hill. Not a good idea.
We're so dumb. Oh, it says by Hilton.
Believed to be the steep incline he tumbled down.
Okay, well, we do have the image now. If we would have just watched for 5 more seconds.
We are fucked up and bad at this.
So it's a hill. I think a guy could walk down that, but Jay Leno's old these days.
You know?
These days.
Did he run up it and then he fell down it?
I don't know.
Well, they had a bunch of
we're looking up at it.
Incredibly, the famous workaholic legend performed just 3 hours later without even taking a day off to nurse his injuries. Last night, he was back at it again, performing at a comedy show in Beverly Hills. This is just the latest mishap to afflict Leno in recent years.
Yeah, last year he burned
himself. In November 2022,
right?
he was severely burned in a fire inside his garage.
I went to the Grossman Burn Center and I got a new face. That's a brand new ear.
Leno needed skin
There
grafts.
is no way they should call it the Grossman Burn Center. Even though I know the last name Grossman is fairly common. We just can't have that.
That's like a Grand Theft Auto name.
Yeah, come on. I went to the Grossman Burn Center?
He is undergoing hyperbaric therapy at the world-renowned Grossman Burn Center in Los Angeles. Tomorrow night, he'll perform at Comedy for a Cause in Hermosa Beach to raise money for the Burn Foundation.
He seems like an all right guy, but the rumors, though, why we're talking about this, the internet, for some reason, thinks that he was beaten up by maybe the mob, and they broke his hand, pulled out his fingernail, and then punched him in the face a bunch.
For what? Because he's not spending any of his stand-up money still?
Well, that would be interesting. I mean, a lot of people say that he's like adrenochrome, child sex trafficking, hiding. Anytime a celebrity gets hurt or misfortune falls them, or they have a suspicious lump in their gene, they think that they're wearing an ankle monitor and they're about to be, tried and taken to Gitmo, of course, because they're drinking adrenochrome and all that stuff. It just kind of spirals from there. But
sure,
I don't know why. Oh, here's something
I've not seen any of that, but
just in general.
Have you any videos of people
kind of like going off about it? Kinda, yeah. This is on Reddit r/out of the loop. Yeah, why are people talking about Jay Leno's injuries about being due to a mob gambling debt? Interesting. And that's the Hodge twins said it. Great. That kind of ties into our other show, Louder Than Crowder.
Yeah, we love the Hodge twins.
Hill didn't do this to Jay Leno, is what they said.
Okay.
Great.
Should we be on their side for this one?
But I don't know. I kind of think that he fell down, but still.
It's a pretty steep hill.
Yeah.
I just need more information, I guess.
How do you hit your face that hard, though? I've never hit my face like.
Oh, he said that
hard.
he said he hit rocks.
But how many
Which, like,
times?
if you tumbled onto rocks, like even from like just standing up,
Mhm.
you know what I mean? Like just falling backwards or falling forward, I guess in his instance, like on rocks. I mean, like he would maybe try to cover his face, like on his way down, which could explain some sort of like. I don't know.
So a lot of these rumors, they're pointing out two that stand out to me as well.
Right hand, left face thing.
I guess you're right, but I just it's excessive for folks who haven't seen the picture. You should definitely look it up. Jay Leno looks rough. Harry Reid hurt his arm, and Mitch McConnell had some kind of gnarly injuries as well. That people think that it was just like a mafia beat up intimidation thing.
He got remember Mitch McConnell's like his whole fucking hands were black, like he was wearing gloves.
He looked really bad. Yeah. I don't know. Gambling, man. The mob, they don't tolerate that shit. I remember, I don't know if this is true, but I had a stack of links pulled together about Michael Jordan's dad's death. You know about that?
Yeah, I do for sure.
No one really talks about this. James R. Jordan Sr., how he was murdered. I think he was kidnapped and his body was dumped in the Everglades, right?
Yeah.
No one ever fucking talks about this. But when that documentary about Michael Jordan was coming out, which I almost went to Michael Jordan's Steakhouse when I was in Chicago. I really considered getting a dunk man.
It's real
martini
expensive.
It is expensive. Have you been there?
I looked one time because I had the same thought, but I was like, I don't think I like it that much.
Nah, I mean the quality seems fine, but
I honestly don't even think it's like that good of quality.
Yeah, I think it seems fine. I think it's about fine, but it reminded me of this.
Take me to Chili's.
You think it's Chili's style?
I mean, you probably get the same meal.
Huh. Interesting. So while it was July 23rd, 1993, Michael Jordan's dad was returning home after spending the day playing golf. And he pulled over, they say, allegedly pulled over to rest for about an hour. Mm-hmm. He stopped in a parking lot of a Quality Inn. And let's see, they spotted him. And, Green shot Jordan to death while he slept in his car and then stole his vehicle. The body was found in a swamp in South Carolina.
Well, so not the Everglades, huh?
No. So, I believe that there is enough information surrounding the extreme amount of gambling debt that Michael Jordan was in to attach this murder to that. And I will do an episode on it. I think it would be kind of fun. But I'm going to say, in this case, Jay Leno slipped and fell. I don't know. Am I going to be one of those sleuths now? I think he looks pretty bad. It looks like he got the shit beat out of him.
He looks gnarly, dude. He looks gnarly. Well, oh my God.
It's bad. See, how's that a rock? I'm sorry. All right. I gotta tell you.
That's not a fist, not a singular fist.
No, that's like a fist like 10 times.
And like consistent like bruising around it too, you know what I mean? Like that's, I don't know.
Yeah,
like there doesn't seem like there's like several impact spots, but he has some like discoloration on his nose and his eyebrow and then on his cheek that are like kind of red.
Well, how is he now? Do we know?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe did anyone see him at the meet and greet? Seems like he's still working.
Yeah, I guess let's check and see if he's playing any shows. Spotted at LA Pastrami spot after his fall. Here we go. Look at him. He's doing fine.
Oh, yeah. He's just got a
The hand is pretty bad. Hand is pretty swollen.
He's holding his hand up.
Yeah. I think he got the shit kicked out of him. I'm sorry. I'm gonna be.
Wait.
What?
Let's look at his finger. Can we see his finger?
Oh, I just closed it, but let me pull it up again.
Oh,
Look
who's this?
Wait, what do we
Did you
got?
hear that? Did
No.
you hear that?
Boys?
Oh, this? All right. Well, let me pull this up then, I suppose. That's a voice, a familiar voice.
Who is it?
I'm back in the room. Boys.
Oh yeah.
How are
What's
you?
up?
Yeah, how do we say it? I don't know how to speak it anymore. What do we say? Domo? No, that's thank you.
Konnichiwa.
Konnichiwa, Dennis.
Konnichiwa. How are you guys?
Is there a delay? Is that why?
No, I just was thinking if I should try and say anything else to you guys. I mean, there might be a delay, but
Of course you know other things, though. You've been in Japan for like 4 weeks now.
I can say no thank you to plastic bags at the Combini. I can say check, please.
Oh, that's good stuff. Yeah.
I can say one
check,
of these, please.
Do it like that. Check, please.
Check, please. No, I don't do it that way. But I just want to pop in and surprise you guys. Kind of just relax. And this is our view from our Airbnb we're at right now.
Well, I can't. Let me. All right.
Yeah,
I'm gonna remove Jared.
Yeah, replace me.
There we go.
Replace me.
All right.
You got to. This is beautiful.
Damn. Okay.
Look at this lovely view.
Are you?
Go a little further left now, because you're in the box. There you go. Keep going. Keep going.
So where are you right now exactly?
We are in Okinawa at Glory Island Yabasuchi Resort.
Okay, and I'll pull up the
It's
exact
beautiful. It's
address of that.
Oh, yeah?
Anyone listening right now from
There we go. Perfect.
There it is. That's not the wrong one. That's not the one I meant.
All right, that's okay. No, we were just talking about Jay Leno, and we're trying to determine if he was assaulted by the mob or if he fell down that hill.
I mean, he probably was.
You think he was
He probably was
assaulted
assaulted
too?
by the mob.
All right, good. I'm glad.
Yeah,
I'm not
that's how he got all those nice cars. He stole them all from the mob.
I don't know if that's exactly it, but I will let you do
Exactly
that.
what happened.
Because people are speculating wildly, and I want to join in.
What's the deal with all these cars? That's crazy. That's crazy, Jay.
Jerry Seinfeld, what's happening?
Well, he's kind of merging a little bit, but I thought it was pretty close.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't remember what Jay Leno does. Does he? It's kind of the same thing in my head, right? Man, maybe
I
that's
don't remember
why.
Jay Leno much at all.
I was a
remember he had
Letterman
the
guy.
headlines thing. That was what I remember. I remember the headlines.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, wacky.
Hear about this? Yeah. You see this? You hear about this?
Hey, yeah. Hear about
How was your Thanksgiving, Dennis?
It was great, man. I'm trying to log into Twitch to chat with you guys. I'm trying to mute what popped up. I'm getting Japanese Twitch streams on my thing.
Oh,
okay, never mind. That's off. It was great. We went to a place called America Village, and
That's what you do while you're in Japan?
yeah, we did. Well,
like,
Okinawa's been kind of funky. It hasn't been the same vibe as Tokyo, but I'll tell you all about that all privately.
Yeah. Well, I can't wait.
We went to American Village, and then we went to a movie. We saw Gladiator 2.
How is it?
And it was bad. It was bad.
Looked bad, if I'm being honest.
And then we went to McDonald's and ate laundry, made laundry, did laundry. We ate McDonald's and did laundry.
Did you get the samurai burger? They still have it?
I got the Bai teriyaki double with, this is actually legit. You guys will appreciate this. They have things called shaka shaka potato fries.
Okay.
And basically you can get your fries normally, right? But then you can also you get a bag with powder, and you just put the fries in the bag with a special powder, and you shake it up. So it's like you can season your own fries however you want them.
That rules.
Do they have different
It was
kinds of
so good.
seasoning, or just the
at the one that I had, they only had one, but it was like garlic butter, and it was awesome. But
hell yeah,
yeah, it was great. It was definitely good. And then so it just felt like a nice little American thing. And then yeah, we've done a lot of really cool things so far on our trip. We did, in Okinawa specifically, we haven't done much. We went to like the zoo and the aquarium and this place called Okinawa World. And Okinawa is interesting because everything is like brutalist architecture, so it all looks like super. It looks like everything's a bunker. Like everything's concrete. It's all square. And half the places we went to, they were really slow. Like they weren't that busy like everything else in Japan is. So like it was like we went to the zoo, and for most of our time at the zoo, we were around no other people, maybe one or two here and there.
What do you think people are doing instead?
I have no idea.
Huh.
Probably living in their bunkers they built.
Wow.
They're streaming on Twitch.
Well, speaking
Yeah,
of
exactly, they're all streaming.
Speaking of cement, I do have an update I'd like to share with you, Dennis.
Oh, okay.
We'll just do this one really quick. I'm trying to find it, and I've been really good all night about having video clips ready to go. Probably the best I've ever done.
Really? Okay.
No, I don't have the update anymore. Nope, here it is.
Colorado funeral home have pled guilty to hundreds of charges of abuse of a corpse. John and Carrie Halford admitted in court today that they allowed nearly 190 bodies to decay in a room temperature building and gave grieving families dry concrete instead of their loved ones' ashes.
So yeah, that's concrete. They gave concrete instead of ashes.
Return to nature. We've covered them how many times?
Probably 6. And speaking of brutalist, that's pretty bad.
So yeah.
It is pretty brutal. Pretty brutal. Why did they do this?
Did we think at any? Could you have seen this ending like this? That they're just handing over fucking cement?
No, I did.
I would not have expected that.
I feel like that's a new detail, right? So Dennis,
that's fucking wild.
Yeah, we've been covering this story for a while. This is
I remember this one.
Colorado.
Talking about it. Yeah.
Yeah. So they pled guilty.
But I don't understand the point. Like that's what I don't understand. Is like, is it just too hard? Like, is it really challenging to burn bodies?
Well, when you get
it was
back to nature. Yeah, how did this? I can't remember. It wasn't. They burnt them with used fry oil
because those never end.
That's good. Biofuel.
I don't. Yeah, you know what? I don't remember. This isn't one of the last time, Dennis. We watched a bunch of bodies. Like we had all the videos lined out. No plan, but it was all about the same thing.
Yeah.
Water washing the body in half.
Oh yeah, last week we were talking about they're using water for cremations now, Dennis.
What do you mean using water?
They put them in a big warm
washing machine with isopropyl and water.
They described it as a washing machine, yeah. And you just shake the bodies up.
Like not like one that your stepmom gets caught in, but like one that you can get all the way into.
Okay. So it's a giant washer.
And then it rocks it back and forth like the water and isopropyl alcohol. And then one of them was it leaves a skeleton, and that's it. So then they pulverize the skeleton.
And then
the whole issue with them is that they were just flushing that body juice down the sink.
So that's what they were saying that they can do is now they can put you in water and shake you up like a warm washing machine and then put you down the drain.
Yeah, just drain your body.
But they have the bones that they can dry and crush up in like a rock tumbler or something.
And that's like the controversy is like, should they be able to just dump this shit?
Yeah, how do you feel about that?
Should they be able to dump the body juice
into the sewer?
No, I mean, can you dump alcohol in the sewer?
I mean, you could
guess.
Like when Michelle's wine goes bad, we put it down the drain, and then the FBI comes to my house.
You don't just drink it more?
No, I don't know how it works. If I'm being real,
separates or something. I don't know. It's open for too long. I don't think you want to drink it.
I have no idea. It's water and alcohol and then body juice, and then they just like shake it up in a rock tumbler and then
flush it.
And then I mean, does it need to be treated? I don't know.
Yeah,
So, I mean,
it sounds like there's no rules against it, so they're just dumping that shit.
Here's how this natural funeral home describes it: water cremation, alkaline hydrolysis, which turns your body into a blessing for the earth, resulting in nutrient-rich, pathogen-free sterile fertilizer and bone cremains for scattering or burial. Pretty cool, huh?
I love that picture of it. That's what it looks like.
That is not even close to what the water looks like once you're.
That's a body.
No,
It's a body, man. That's a water cremated body.
You can
So
drink that.
this is 12 gallons of water is mixed with natural alkaline compounds added and warmed to approximately 170 degrees. They're souping you.
It is soup. It's straight up soup.
This
So
sucks.
you're
Okay, so they put it in a special vessel
it's
that's sealed.
technically over 165 degrees. You can serve that. That's
Yeah, I can
restaurant
serve it. Yeah,
quality.
it's. Oh, I want to share with you guys. Yesterday, I was in a restaurant that had its washing procedures listed, and it was once every 2 hours you have to wash your hands.
And that's it? Like, there's no
That's
other
all. It
circumstances?
says once every 2 hours, and then it says to prevent hand infection, not cross-contamination, just to keep your hands from getting.
Just
I wouldn't-
general hand infection.
Wouldn't want our employees to get hurt, injured.
Yeah. But okay, so this year, what is it? Does anyone get the body back? Like, do they like boil
You
it out
just,
and like
you
you
just
get,
get the bones. That's it.
Yeah, and you got to get a pulverizing guy. It's like a 2-tiered operation here.
Okay, so it's you rinse off the stuff and then you crush up the bones in the rock tumbler.
Yeah. Well, we were saying that it would be cool if you could keep the full skeleton, but
Yeah.
Yeah, I would want that for sure. Yeah.
yeah.
I would want it when I die. I just want someone to like hang my body from like a machine, and then have some guy with a pressure washer to spray off all my stuff until the bones are around.
Jesus.
Come
Yeah,
on.
that's kind of cool.
It's kind of the same system.
That way they don't even the bones all stay connected.
I want my ribs to be played like a freaking xylophone.
That's
There you
pretty
go.
cool.
And you could play if someone could play the Cantina theme from Star Wars.
I'm going to be used as a
Nice.
will it cut test at a Forged in Fire competition.
Oh, nice.
That'd be kind of cool.
Some guy with a stumpy knife just popping off your leg.
And they go, it will not cut. You're
Didn't really
eliminated.
go through the bone. Yeah, you're out of here. You give him one last thumbs up. The guy who just takes your whole wrist off.
Yeah. So 2 weeks in a row, we light up the most talking about water cremation. I think this kind of sucks, but
Water cremation's beautiful, man.
Well,
but then we had that second one that was like the spot in Fort Worth that was like 2 weeks before that had been like renting people's body parts out, and somebody was trying to find their family member. But then we found out that the same place has also just they have their own version of like water cremation that they're doing to dispose of the bodies that they have at the university, and then they're flushing them down the fucking toilet also.
Yeah, it's weird. So I think before we get into the main story of tonight, and before I imagine we're gonna let you go before that, right? You're just kind of popping in.
Well,
hanging out?
I'm around. I'm here.
Oh, good.
I'm
Okay.
interested.
Oh, this is
There's
great.
a relax day, dude.
Stay around as long as you'd like. I want to introduce you to a character that we discovered last week. So this is a bit of a rewind for. This is
Before we jump forward, can I again ask these people?
Yeah.
What was their motive for this? Do we know?
Oh,
Like,
that was we didn't
it-
address that.
is it hard?
I think they saved money. Yeah.
Yeah,
Like they took in
by
more
keeping the bodies above ground and rotting.
cement. Well,
like 98 of them.
A lot of them just get in
But
over
what-
their head. I think. Like,
I had to understand that, like, the ruse would eventually be figured out. We're just gonna have like a bonfire later, and like, we'll hope the local high schools like has like a homecoming week, and we can donate pallets of bodies.
Do these people look like they have a plan?
Yeah, kind of.
Let's see if Perplexity knows what
I
what
don't
the
know.
deal is. I'll ask
Looking-
AI.
El Paso?
Bonnie-
Is this in Texas?
I actually thought it was in Colorado, but
I thought it was in Colorado.
John
but-
Halford faces
El Paso
20 years in
County.
prison.
Oh, it's a county. Okay.
They appeared in El Paso County Court on Friday.
No, I was reading that as well. Let's listen real quick.
That's okay. I don't know.
Wife, Carrie,
It's not
faces
important.
between 15 and 20.
Yeah.
We've been covering this case for more than a year. Neighbors of the Return to Nature funeral home in Penrose reported a bad smell coming from the building and alerted authorities. Crews ended up demolishing the funeral home earlier this year. Today, the DA talked about the lasting impact for the families involved in this case.
It's just something that strikes at the very core of trust. And when you're going through life experiences of loved ones and having somebody violate that trust is something that they'll likely never recover from.
Yeah. So apparently they were buying luxury vehicles.
You know who that looks like is the lady from Amy's Bakery.
Like, wait, what's Amy's Bakery? Is that
the Gordon Ramsay episode where the couple from Arizona like wig out? You never seen that one?
No, I haven't.
In my head, they're the same person.
Huh.
Just her mugshot. It's obviously not her, but
So apparently, personal enrichment, Dennis.
That's why they did it?
Fraud allowed them to continue collecting payments for services they weren't providing, I guess, is what everyone's saying. But
I mean, I guess, but they were collecting the same amount of money. That's what I don't understand. It's like they weren't like, were they like doing like 2-for-1 deals? Like how did they make more money?
That's the thing. It's like I don't want to minimize the work that the people do in the death industry. Like I don't want to say it's not anything, but like, what's how many steps are you skipping by giving someone powdered cement versus like the body of their loved one? Like, just put them in the oven. Like,
yeah, I that's what I'm saying. It's like I can't imagine that it's that challenging. It's like, it's the money that they're gaining from this. I don't see how they can turn that into a good outcome. Like, but it's I mean, obviously they're idiots.
Well, this lady here, Carrie, got a little bit of laser body sculpting as well with the money, and they went to Vegas, Florida, and California. They also bought $31,000 of crypto with the money.
Okay.
I don't know how much it's worth. Actually, it's going up now. My money went up.
It's going up. Crypto's. Yeah.
Okay. And then they went to Gucci and Tiffany's and Tiffany and Co. Tiffany and Co.
Nice. Yeah.
Yes.
Nice.
Outlet
they really put their crypt in crypto.
Oh no! And they got almost $1 million in PPP loans.
Hell yeah!
Oh no!
Jesus, guys, this is crazy.
Living on the edge.
Speaking of crazy,
I linked you Amy's Bakery Supercut.
We should take a peek at that real quick. Oh yeah, similar
Chef.
face.
Yes. How are you? How are you doing? Nice to see you. First name is? Sammy. Sammy, good
I'm
to
the
see you.
owner.
You're
Thank
the owner.
you.
Can I meet this lady?
Yes, now.
Please?
Yeah. Amy.
Yes.
Gordon Ramsay want to meet you. He want to know who is the chef of who does all those beautiful.
Come
Here is
round,
my
please.
wife.
Come round, my darling.
So nice to meet you.
Don't give him a hug.
He was a playboy in Vegas.
You were a playboy in Vegas.
Oh my God.
Wow.
He was.
Seriously.
He was even.
Wait, what is going on here?
Yeah, it's
That
like
guy's
giving
like
you
Adam
like
Sandler
a
guy.
quick rundown here. Sammy was a playboy in Vegas,
And-
and then he moved to Arizona with his trophy wife here, Amy.
Sure.
And she is actually a very like good baker, it seems.
Oh, really?
But then like she serves like frozen raviolis and stuff, like and disgusting looking pizza.
Well, frozen raviolis are good sometimes.
Food
Sure,
as
at
a
home.
chef, he'll be able to tell that this is what God wants me to do.
The dough is raw. It's just, I feel it. It's raw. It's doughy. What a mess.
Ooh.
That has to be one of the most confused ravioli dishes I've ever seen and tasted in my entire life. That is one shit burger.
The customer is not always right.
If you came to eat to enjoy, then you should know what you like to eat, sir.
Apparently, you don't.
Wait, they're mean to people?
Yeah, they don't like.
They're just not nice to folks.
No,
what
they're
what kind
just
of
not having
restaurant
a
are we
good
talking
time.
here? This is
If you're not singing their praises, you're singing the fear.
no.
Know what you like to eat.
Guess not.
Amy's nuts. I am going to really hurt somebody if they send back my cakes.
If anyone tell me that my wife's food is no
Cakes look
good,
nice.
I just tell him to leave the restaurant.
What's
I don't want
her
him, don't come
weird
back.
fake anger there?
I kind of like how much he loves his wife. You know, that's kind of nice. Right?
Yeah, you'll see. They're
Like the Caesar is, I don't know.
You can take this back too. You didn't like it? Not good. Seriously?
Don't worry, I told them to fuck off.
Not only do they lash out and swear at customers,
I will go tell them to fuck off if my husband doesn't.
Fuck you, sir! Go, you motherfucker! Don't speak like this, go!
they take it one step further and retaliate against them.
I hope he eats it.
you
And I
got
just made it really
Gypsy
spicy
Lee
for him.
Rose working in there.
This is what you and your wife do to customers, right?
A month and a half.
Good tips. Yeah.
You yell "fuck
Absolutely.
off."
I make out really.
That's cool.
The owner?
The owner gets tips.
Yeah, he takes their
$10
tips
tip.
too.
That's nice. For you?
Of course, yeah. Why not?
Do you think the girls deserve some tips tonight?
Why not?
They get hourly.
Why
Sir,
shouldn't
the
I
to the
after
left,
all?
The young lady server. The owner takes the tips.
This is crazy.
He calls them out in front of the customers.
Yeah.
No.
Well, Dennis takes the tips when they're not looking, but he doesn't lie.
I do. Yeah, of course.
When I go there, I make Dennis shake my hand and I put the tips in his hand and I put that in your pocket.
He says, "This is just for you.
This is for you."
Yeah, that's cool.
That one's for me.
No, don't fuck with me.
Yeah, I will fuck with you. Who the fuck you think you are?
Oh my god, Sammy's going to.
Yeah, hell yeah.
You want to fuck with me?
Get
I
him,
will
Sammy.
Fuck with you. Then I will fuck with you.
Oh my god.
the knife.
Wait, was she washing? I thought she was gonna get a knife.
Grab the knife,
She
Amy.
was walking right towards them.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the
Look
producer should have that shot.
Then I will
Yeah,
fuck with you.
rock
Oh
and
my
roll.
god, what a joke. And unfortunately, the majority of the people in Arizona think that if you come to our restaurant, that we're gonna yell at you, scream at you, and throw you outside. And that is not who we are.
Is your first time?
Last time.
And last time, don't come back, madam.
Keep walking, mister. You keep walking.
11 pizza, it's coming. You want to wait, you wait. You don't
We
want
got
to
so
take what
much
you
of
have and
this
you fuck
footage,
up from
it's
here. You
insane.
understand?
Sammy?
This is crazy. And those people are giving me my grandpa's bones?
And they weren't even washing their hands every 2 hours either. That's the worst
This
part.
is
Yeah,
crazy.
they never washed their hands.
So for folks
they
who
did a
missed,
I want to
follow
watch
up.
Oh Kitty. That's an amazing episode.
So good. Yeah,
that's amazing.
There's two episodes of it.
Speaking of
Okay,
amazing,
we'll watch
Dennis,
we'll watch them both.
you
Yeah,
missed
it's
something
good.
2 weeks ago that I'm really hoping to push to get viral. We haven't published this on the RSS feed yet, so this is just another push.
Okay.
This is a guy who was attacked on a freeway.
Oh no. Is that a dog?
Nope. This is a perfect video. I have sat with this for weeks now, and I don't know why this only has 2.4
This dude
thousand
puts the
views.
fucking D in Detroit right here.
It's from it's from 8 years ago,
8 years ago? Okay.
and it still hasn't popped off. But let's see what you
Okay.
think of this.
We're gonna do it.
Terror on the freeway. A father and son stuck in traffic and attacked. 7 Action News reporter Tara Edwards is live with this strange story tonight. Tara?
Well, Dave, the victim says that he is still stunned about what happened earlier today while sitting on the highway. A man just landed on the hood of his car.
Okay, so far, interesting, right? Piques the interest.
Okay.
It could be anything,
Yeah.
though.
Could be.
Michael Menges says he still can't believe what happened to him around 3 p.m. while on the highway with his son on I-94 near I-96 interchange.
And traffic came to a halt, and I was cut off by a Jaguar.
Perfect. Okay. That's number one. Like this saying cut up by a Jaguar, period, already makes this a top tier video.
Yeah.
It's really good. And and I gotta say, Michael Menges, they spelled his name wrong, but I tracked him down and I found his phone number. So even misspelling his name on the news, I found it. So don't worry about it, everyone. We're gonna get him on the show this year, I swear. Actually,
And I was cut off by a Jaguar.
Michael says everything took a bizarre turn when the man driving the Jaguar landed on the hood of Michael's Dodge Dart.
So the cat comes across and he slides across the hood, you know, and does his thing and comes across and bam, 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 starts banging on the windshield.
Okay, so number 2, the cat comes across the car and he tries to slide across it, Dukes of Hazzard style, and he can't do it.
Dukes of.
And of.
Okay.
A window with a knife in his hand.
Then, according to Michael, the man began pounding on Michael's driver's side window with a knife. But he was not able to break the glass. It's not clear if the attacker was trying to carjack him while cars were all parked on the highway.
So I do remind you, they're in standstill traffic, and for some reason, a guy in a Jaguar slid across his hood, the hood of his car, and then started banging on his window with a knife in his hand. It's great.
What do you think he was going for?
I don't know. Maybe my life.
His Dodge Dart.
Okay, well, you just missed probably my favorite line of this, which is, no, you're fine. Watch this.
What do you think he was going for?
I don't know. Maybe my life.
What do you think he was going for? I don't know, maybe my life.
I have no idea. Thank God Dodge builds a good window.
Thank God Dodge builds a good window.
Where do you think he was going to go if everybody was parked on the highway?
Okay. and I forgot about that. So, for people just listening, he does a burp and a spit while the interviewer's asking. Here we go.
I have no idea. Thank God Dodge builds a good window.
Where do you think he was going to go if everybody was parked on the highway?
Well, there's a problem these days. It's called mental illness, okay? And they shut down the institutions, and this guy needs to go to one, okay? Because I don't know what he had in his mind, okay? But you just don't, ordinary people don't act like this.
Michael says he is grateful he and his son went unharmed, but adds he is certified in martial arts.
No, it still goes.
Michael says he is grateful he and his son went unharmed, but adds he is certified in martial arts and says he could have defended himself if he needed to.
But yeah, it would have been a different story. You just would have, and that would have been it.
And Michael says this.
How is this not viral? It's a perfect video.
It's very, very, very
There's
good.
like 6 elements of this that are just perfect. Michael's the best character of the year.
He's very good. He's
God
very good.
damn
The best year of 2018.
So, of those moments, what's your favorites of the breakdown? Do you think it's Jaguar? Is it burp?
Jaguar is
burp,
so good.
Burp spit is funny.
The spit is my favorite because the sound it makes.
What about I don't know my life? Thank God Dodge builds a good window. That's pretty good too. Like I'm trained in martial arts is also a fun.
When he does the fucking kick, it's so good. It would have been a different story.
Like local news Emmy award winner. That's what they deserve.
So good.
That's what they deserve. I'm gonna contact
Lightning.
I'm gonna
Lightning in a
contact
bottle.
WXYZ TV Detroit. I'm gonna contact Michael. We gotta get this going because they deserve millions of views for this.
It's so good. It's so good. Jaguar is probably one of my favorites.
Well,
and right now,
God.
Jaguar's doing like a rebrand, and everyone hates it.
Oh
so
yeah, we're covering that.
Him.
That's a big part of
We need to get him in
louder.
charge.
The Louder Than Crowder episode that's coming out soon is all about that, I think. Right, Jared? Was that the episode I picked?
I think he said it was like maybe one of the first ones back.
Yeah. Have a
I'll
listen
be honest,
to it.
I haven't listened yet.
It's okay. I think it's mostly about how gay the Jaguar rebrand is and how they're really pissed off about that. So.
Well, our response would just be making an ad for Jaguar using Jaguar.
It's
if you gotta like pop a can tab, throw some karate kicks in there and stuff, and then at the end it's a Jaguar.
And traffic came to a halt, and I was cut off by a Jaguar.
It's just it's perfect. It's a perfect video.
It's
all right.
so fucking good. It's such like a good.
Was there ever a follow-up from this story?
No, this is it. This is it.
I want to know what happened, like what the other guys say about this.
The Jaguar?
Yeah, the Jaguar guy. That's all I was like what he has to say. I want to hear the other side of this story.
Well, I think we'll get it when we
The
talk
knife
to
man.
him. Father, son. So there's a written story of it here. And this is where I found his correct name, Megas. But they call him Mangus. And then, once you do a little search in Detroit, here you find his LinkedIn, and he works at...
Does drywall.
He works at drywall
guy if I ever saw one.
Yeah. And then I was able to find his number, but we don't need to.
Did you smash a hole in your wall and ask him to come fix it?
Wait, is this real? Is he a local radio guy? No, I don't see him anywhere here. If there's a character...
Now Detroit legend, Jay.
I heard you talking about him, and I thought...
Oh my god, it's him. Did we crack this wide open? 4 years ago, the man, the myth, the Megas. Oh my god, I've been trying to hear this skit ever since I heard it on the radio. On Dave and Chuck the Freak.
Son were involved in a bizarre attack.
See, Jared, you know that from Shocktober. From the guys over
I heard Brian and who's doing it with him, Felix. Felix hasn't done this last one.
Talking about Dave and Chuck the Freak.
While stuck in a 7 jam on I-94.
Oh no!
This guy gave a pretty interesting interview to Channel 7 about the whole ordeal. Here's the report. Take a listen.
Michael Mangus says...
Oh, I thought he was ours.
But adds he is certified...
There's got to be people that know him.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, sure. Michael Megas? There's got to be people that know Michael Megas. He seems like a character.
I want to know people also who've trained with him in Mark.
Man, we should have a radio show.
What's made him
Did they talk to him?
that eccentric?
He's awesome.
He's entertaining.
That kick was impressive.
Oh my god!
I mean, he's a good guy though, man.
I can
over the top. You know what I mean? On everything he does, it's just unbelievable how over the top this guy is. But he's a good guy.
Are they talking to someone about Michael Megas?
Yeah, they're talking to someone who knows him. Let's see.
He
used the old "you broke my glass."
Just kneeing him in his stomach, and then
everybody.
You were in that 10-man fight.
Well, so what happened was.
We have
oh my god! There's an article about
He
this
saved
guy.
it, of course. He shows everyone.
High kick for you. High kick for you. High kick for you.
That's what I think it is.
This man's a legend.
10-guy fight.
Yeah.
He doesn't realize it yet.
Yeah.
Here's another one who knows him. Jay knows Michael Megas, Detroit legend. Jay.
I heard you talking about him, and I thought, this can't be that same guy until I heard about the fight in Plymouth. I was in that fight in Plymouth.
Okay, so it's more people who know him.
All right,
But
we got to
here we
hear
go.
what he says. We got to find out.
About the fight in Plymouth?
Yeah, we need to research the fight.
In that news
Oh
article.
my god! There's an article about
He
this
saved
guy.
it, of course. He shows everyone.
High kick for you. High kick for you. High kick for you.
That's what I think it is.
This man's a legend.
Yeah. He doesn't realize it yet.
Yeah.
I'm just
Here's another one who knows him.
speeding through
Jay
it.
knows Michael Megas, Detroit legend. Jay.
I heard you talking about him, and I thought, this can't be that same guy until I heard about the fight in Plymouth. I was in that fight in Plymouth.
Everybody.
You were in that 10-man fight.
Well, so what happened was he told one guy, hey, wait, you broke my glasses. Where are my glasses at? Or something like that. The guy was believing him, and then Michael grabbed him by his neck and started just kneeing him in his stomach. And then all of a sudden, like, I can't believe this guy just did this. We're going to let him go.
Here's the old "you broke my glass."
Michael's assaulting people in a 10-person fight after they lost their
Knees
glasses.
people in the stomach.
All right.
Glasses.
My glasses.
Michael is the one with the glasses. Okay.
Michael Megas.
Man, that Plymouth bar fight or whatever was.
How epic is that fight, though? That so many people are like, I remember that fight. You know, we got all the dudes from Plymouth calling in like, oh yeah.
We got him on the phone.
Oh, good.
He's on the phone.
Thank God.
Michael.
I said, praise the Lord, brother.
How did they get this picture of him wearing the same shirt?
He loves that shirt.
It's a good shirt. He got it for sale half off. He got 3 of them, 3 for 1 at Old Navy clearance. We know
Estate
it.
sale is what I'm thinking.
Oh, you think? You think that's a vintage shirt? Okay.
Michael Megas.
You know, Jesus is my best friend because he saved me in that incident. Oh, my God, that was a trip, man.
The Plymouth fight? Which one? The fight?
If I could have got out of the car, the guy would have been, hey, we'd have been talking a whole new story. But hey, I couldn't get out of my ride. What are you going to do?
It's the man, the myth, the Megas with us here on the Riff Live.
Yes.
Michael, we started talking about your story on 94, but it's led us to discovering all sorts of things about your life from your friends, including the time you fought off 10 guys.
Yeah, Paige and all little Taekwondo, you know what I mean?
I knew it was Taekwondo. I told Michelle it was Taekwondo. Of course, that's the martial. I said judo or Taekwondo or Taibo, but that was a joke. He's got to be doing novelty.
Billy blanks.
Yeah, novelty martial arts for sure. No offense if you're a Taekwondo person, but
not too bad to know that stuff, really.
So 10 dudes like jumped you and your buddies, and you had.
Oh, this was Easter Sunday. I came home that night sucking on him. I couldn't chew. 9 guys come out of nowhere after I knocked 3 out in 4 seconds, and then it was
9 guys to 3 out in 4 seconds. That's incredible. Just the way he
on
is.
Easter Sunday.
God, he's good.
Yeah, right on Main Street, downtown Plymouth.
Well, people are still talking about it. I mean, people are like they remember it like it was yesterday. Okay, so back to what happened on I-94 this weekend. So you're just sitting in traffic in your Dodge Dart, and a guy in a Jaguar gets out and attacks your car?
Jaguar.
And we were traveling at a good 80 miles an hour. Oh, hey, 115. Hey, I won't lie. So
150.
And then the camera is on a freeway. I thought you could rewind these things, so I got a hold of the Channel 7.
Should we just call him now? Like, he seems like the kind of guy who would be up.
He's up right now, yeah.
Find out that you can't rewind them, and I thought I had the guy. So bottom line is, I'm on my way to a job site. Traffic comes to a dead halt. Guy in a Jaguar cuts me off.
All right. I actually don't like that he says it like it's his catchphrase. I don't like that now.
No.
And I almost swam to the lady in front of me. Now I can't get out, right? So he's flipping me off. I'm flipping him off. It's going back and forth. Now this guy jumps out of a car and slides the hood of my right, pulls out a knife, and starts trying to break my window. Now I'm scared. I really was. I'm not going to lie to you. I wanted to beat the living crap out of this guy, but I couldn't get out of my ride.
Ka-chow! Yeah, he did. And we saw the kick. I mean, we saw that. You can kick, Michael.
Oh, the guy on the news said, I had never seen a 53-year-old so limber. I said, man, when I was 18, I kicked a basketball rim 10 feet in the air, so that's up there.
Come on.
Yes, it's up there.
When he was 18, he kicked a basketball rim 10 feet in the air.
Oh, Michael. So a couple things I got to ask you. What was in your mouth that you had to spit out during the interview?
Great question. This guy's good. I mean, I know that they're professionals, but
great question.
Yeah.
Did you swallow a bug?
No. What was weird is I was chewing tobacco. The timing was off.
Yeah, timing was off.
He should have been a little more professional to wait 3 seconds and then pick up.
That's what I thought too.
That wasn't my fault. I mean, believe that on the news, but Carla Edwards was the bomb, man. That lady, she said, I could talk to you all day, blah, blah, blah. She was so cool, man. How did you dig that shirt, huh? Was that
shirt? A woman did call in to say she has the same shirt, but it's actually a female nightshirt.
That's a darn shame. I wish I would have bought that one. I don't get it, man. So,
yeah,
that was a trip, man. That's a trip.
That's a trip. All right.
We've
learned. Okay, I gotta say, I'm a little deflated to know that mainstream radio DJs were able to identify how good this clip was back then. However, the view count on Dave and Chuck the Freak's video about
this only has 7.5, so
it's not much more than the original.
No one went
ready for him.
I think it's time for a resurgence of Megas.
Every 4 years.
Yeah, we had Brat Summer. We also kind of had Brat Fall. Now it's Michael Winter.
It's Megas.
Megas.
Everyone's eating Megas while we're hanging with Megas.
I guess there's got to be a better way to say all of that. But glad we were able to share that with you, Dennis. Do you know anything about this Hannah Kobayashi story? You been following this at all?
Nope.
All right.
Yeah, let's rock, huh?
Let's do it. Jumping into our big story of the night.
Our family's desperate search continues tonight for a Maui woman who went missing after traveling from Hawaii to Los Angeles. Hannah Kobayashi hasn't been heard from in nearly a week after suddenly disappearing on her cross-country trip to New York. The woman's family says that she missed her connecting flight to the East Coast and went to explore LA while she waited for another seat.
And they say that's when things started to get very strange. Angelique Kakaday is live at LAX where Hannah was last seen. Angelique?
Well, Rick and Corrine, listen, we're live at LAX, which is the last known location for 30-year-old Hannah Kobayashi. Now, that was Monday, November 11th. And since then, her family has been hitting the ground running, posting on social media and handing out flyers, hoping and praying she's found safe. With each passing day, 30-year-old Hannah Kobayashi is missing.
Today is Saturday. It has been 6 days since we have heard from her.
Her family becomes more desperate, calling their beloved Hannah a warm person with a wise soul.
If you have met Hannah, she smiles at you. She gives you the clothes off her back.
This is Hannah. Her aunt Lori Pigeon describes her as being 5'10", 140 pounds with brown hair. She confirms to KTLA Hannah left Maui on Friday, November 8th. This surveillance photo shows she landed at LAX, but somehow missed her connecting flight to New York to visit family.
She had booked a hotel room, she was going to concerts.
But with her flight missed, Lori says she decided to do something with her time. Here she is on Sunday, the 10th, at a LeBron James event.
And then I guess while we're here, we should pull up her personal Instagram where she posted a picture at that same place, edited 2 weeks ago. I don't know what the edit. Can you see the edits? I don't know if you can.
You might with the three dots.
Is that
all right there?
Go to post.
Nope. Oh, yeah, maybe look at the post.
Let's see if that does anything.
Nope.
What is that emoji? Do you know? Is that an eye? It's an eye. The eye with the little like speech bubble line off of it. 2 weeks ago.
At the Grove before making her way back to LAX that night. The next morning, her family started to receive strange texts from her phone, like this one saying she was tricked and on the streets.
She was worried.
So just to read the rest of what was said, it said, I got tricked pretty much into giving away all my funds for someone I thought I loved. I've been on the streets.
She was worried that someone was trying to steal her money. Someone was trying to take her identity.
After a few odd exchanges, Lori says her phone went dead.
I'm sure her family is just absolutely heartbroken.
Passengers who just landed from Hawaii say LAX isn't always the safest airport to spend hours at.
There's a lot of, people that come and pass through the city, and obviously some not so savory characters,
While her family tries to not think the worst.
We wouldn't be here. Her father wouldn't be here. Her aunt wouldn't be here. Her uncles wouldn't be here if we thought that this was normal behavior. Hannah doesn't know a single soul in LA.
Now, the family does have a GoFundMe set up to help them pay for things like hotel bills while they're in LA searching for Hannah. If you'd like to donate, we have a link up right now over on KTLA.com. For now, they're reporting live here at LAX. Angelique Hockaday, back to you over in Hollywood.
So let's run it back a little bit. November 8th. Yeah, it's gnarly, huh? Hannah Kobayashi, she left, how did they pronounce it? Maui?
Maui.
Yes. To Los Angeles to catch a connecting flight to New York. And she was on, like they said, surveillance photo leaving the aircraft at LAX wearing we could pull up the outfit, but it was like leggings and a black hoodie, I think.
Yeah, like the tie-dye leggings. So, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's right there.
There it is.
Perfect. And then I don't know what happened, but she somehow missed her connecting flight to New York City. A detail that they left out in this news report was that she was on the flight with her ex-boyfriend, and they were they had booked this trip to New York, but they didn't want it was beyond the window where they could refund it, so they planned on flying together and then going their separate ways in New York. So
that probably changes a lot. That adds a lot to it.
It does.
Also, did you see that on that video, or go back to that Instagram post first?
She landed.
Somebody commented there.
This is a week ago. I mean,
down one below. Did anyone notice that the number of people she's following went up by 1?
Interesting. That is interesting. But that also is a larger problem that I'd like to discuss at some point, which is all of the kind of armchair online detective work surrounding things like this. Like, obviously, you can see that this is just full of conspiracy theories.
Reactivating their account.
I mean, that's interesting. That could be it. Thanks for debunking that right there, Jared. I don't know how that stuff works.
Great, yeah.
November 9th, she's spotted at the Taschen bookstore in the Grove. I think they mentioned she was at the Grove. Have you ever been to the Grove in Los Angeles?
Yeah.
Nope.
Did we go there together? I can't remember, Jared.
I don't think we went there together. No, I don't think we did.
One time I saw Jackass 3D at the Grove with the members of the band Saint Motel. I can't remember where it was, but
I think that was the one that was there.
Yeah, and I've been to the
construction right now.
The Grove is
the ArcLight, I think.
Yeah. I like the Grove. It's kind of like a fun little like Disney shopping area, kind of like that level of like super safe outdoor mall, like.
As Nick Weiger would say, is the simulacrum of a walking city.
Yeah, exactly. But so that's where she was at. And what is this Taschen bookstore? Oh, and I'm probably not saying that right.
Boop store.
Taschen. Maybe I did say it right. Ooh, nice. If this is it, I don't think it is.
Oh yeah.
The Grove.
It's in Beverly Hills.
Oh, nice. That's a nice little place. Cool. But at this point, this day, there was 2 Venmo transactions to unknown individuals that popped up on her account. You know how you can see those private, or not private, public transactions of between other folks. Your friends, excuse me. The next day, there is a YouTube video that pops up showing her also at that, I guess confirming that she was at the LeBron 2 trial at that Nike store thing. I don't know what it is. It's like a LeBron museum of shoe. I'm not really exactly sure. Even after pulling it up, I couldn't really figure it out.
Okay.
LeBron Trial 2. Maybe it's a shoe? Is the trial? I don't know. I don't know what that is. I don't really care too much about it, though. We'll move on. She also posted that photo that's on screen now on this day, and then at 5 p.m., an LAX ticket agent confirmed that they spoke with her about rebooking her ticket to New York. Then the next day, the 11th, this is the last day that anyone talked to Hannah. She sent a text to her mother saying that she had not yet arrived in New York, and I think that they showed that. No, because this would technically be the 16th. Yeah, okay. I think that there was a screenshot of like an Instagram.
There's like the weird messages.
Yeah, so this is she's communicating with her mother via Instagram messages, which is kind of interesting.
That looks like iMessage to me.
Does it? I think you're right. Maybe the blue heart threw me off. I think you're right, though. There's blue heart emojis. Of course there is.
Yeah, that's iMessage.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I'm gonna point out that her mom. It says that she's in Los Angeles, California, under her name.
Yeah.
Which only shows if someone shares location with you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, this is the last day that the phone was on, it seems. But
that's what I'd be interested in hearing more about that.
Yeah, that is a good point. I didn't know that. And then she started sending some, I guess she had been texting with people the entire time, but now the messages get a little concerning. She told a friend, "Deep hackers wiped my identity, stole all my funds, and have had me on a mind fuck since Friday. I got tricked pretty much into giving away all my funds. And she pointed out that Hannah didn't typically say funds. That's not like something she would say as slang or shorthand for money.
Sure.
You know.
Yeah.
But then, yeah, she was seen on an LAX Metro bus and then a train at Ponca Parks Station. At 10:03, she left the Metro Pico station with an unidentified person. And at this point, her dad showed up. You know, they mentioned in here that there's a GoFundMe because the aunt, the mom, and the dad had flown in from Hawaii to help in the search. So her dad showed up on this day. And then there's a handful of other texts that kind of confirmed that she didn't really sound like herself. One was a message saying that she was tricked for someone I thought I loved, which is kind of interesting. Maybe she was having an online relationship or had an acquaintance in Los Angeles that was more than a friend and more than anyone else close to her knew. There's no confirmation to that. She also said, I just finished a very intense spiritual awakening. I'm headed back to the airport to get to New York City. I might need some help getting there. I don't know who she said that to. I think it was a family member. But along with funds, they noticed that she wasn't messaging with emojis like she usually does. And she was also saying hun and babe, which are two other words that she didn't typically use when communicating with her loved ones. And then she said something about, this is all they said, messages expressing concern about the Matrix. So that leads me to believe that there's potentially some sort of mental health situation going on. If you start worrying about the Matrix. But
yeah, of course.
You know, Andrew Tate still talks about the Matrix all the time too. So, and he's a pinnacle of mental health in a different direction, I guess.
Does he know the Wachowski siblings?
Don't get him started on that. don't.
Do you have more for this story, Byron?
A lot. Okay. Yeah. So there's surveillance photos of her at that downtown Metro near Crypto Arena. That's where a lot of the searching has focused around. There's images of her accompanied by an unidentified individual, and her phone. That was the last time anyone heard from her. November 12th, her family officially filed her as a missing person, and that day they confirmed that her ex-boyfriend is continuing to cooperate with police. So far there's nothing about him being potentially involved, but who knows? 3 days later, November 15th, the LAPD officially designated her a missing person, and they run through the descriptions of where she was last, saying that she has freckles and a tattoo of a knife on her forearm. And then the news starts reporting more about this.
Angeli. Sharon, Micah, listen, it's been a week since the family has seen or heard from their beloved Hannah, and every day there seems to be a new detail in this case. Like over the weekend, the family got a new last known location for Hannah, and it's right here in downtown Los Angeles. When Laurie Pigeon looks at the last area her beloved niece was seen, she's terrified. Even their own search for her missing niece has been frightening.
There was screaming, there were people smoking crack.
Because it was here, near the Pico Metro station in downtown Los Angeles, Laurie says Hannah was spotted and possibly with someone.
She is not safe, and that she is not alone.
It's the latest update in a case that's devastated the 30-year-old's family for a week now.
I miss her. Just wanted to know that, just to reach out, anything.
Her family describes her as being 5'10", 140 pounds with brown hair. Laurie confirms to KTLA Hannah left Maui on Friday, November 8th. This surveillance photo shows she landed at LAX, but somehow missed her connecting flight to New York to visit her other aunt.
Oh, she was elated. I mean, it was a bucket list. She had so many things planned.
With her flight missed, Hannah left the airport. Her family now trying to retrace her steps, hoping they lead straight to her. Here she is on Sunday, the 10th, at a LeBron James event at the Grove.
So this is the still from someone's like separate image or a video posted on YouTube from that event. So they just so happened to capture this small clip of her, which is really kind of wild.
This map shows her next steps. The family says she was seen at a ticketing counter back at LAX Monday, November 11th, before being spotted downtown later the same day.
That is an alone woman. She's kind. She's willing to talk to me. You know what I mean? She's beautiful. And I feel like that is the best quality about her. But in this situation, it was probably extremely detrimental.
But the timeline aside, it was the strange text coming from her phone Sunday night into Monday that first alerted the family something was very.
I got hacked. Hacked by who? Stripped of my identity. I can't fly. Stripped of my identity. That doesn't sound like.
Yeah.
Like
That's
normal.
a weird turn of phrase.
It sounds like somebody on drugs. I don't know. I'm not saying
Yeah.
it's her, but I'm saying it sounds like somebody on drugs.
Yeah.
Wrong.
Maybe
Like this one
also
saying she was
somebody
tricked.
whose first language is not English.
That was more where my head went, but it could really be both. I don't know.
And on the streets. After that, her phone went dead. And with each day she is missing, her family begs to keep her name out there.
So, and then a couple of days later, the family actually held a rally trying to, get more people to be aware of the situation and come out and help in the search.
Now to this, the family of a missing Maui woman who disappeared in Los Angeles nearly 2 weeks ago is holding a rally near Crypto.com arena where she was last seen in hopes of finding her.
Hannah Kobayashi vanished on November 8th after stopping in Los Angeles on a cross-country trip. KTLA's Carlos Saucedo live in downtown LA where her family is rallying tonight. Carlos.
Monica, Sherry, good evening. Hannah has been missing for almost 2 weeks. Friends, family members, and volunteers, they've been out here the last several hours, canvassing the area, passing out flyers. Now, I spoke with Hannah's aunt and father moments ago. They're, of course, desperately looking for answers.
Please, please, please do not stop saying her name.
A family with a desperate plea to be safely reunited with their loved one.
She's a beautiful girl inside, outside, just reach out if you can at all, and I can't even explain how much effort everybody, it's just incredible.
Friends.
And then, sadly, things take an even more strange twist a couple days later.
The father of the missing Hawaii woman last seen here in Los Angeles was found dead this morning near LAX. Ryan Kobayashi recently traveled to LA to help search for his daughter, Hannah. The 30-year-old woman vanished earlier this month after missing her connecting flight to New York. Family members say that they received strange text messages from Hannah. This was on November 11th and have not heard from her since. The LA County Medical Examiner confirms her father was found dead in a parking lot, but the cause of death is not listed. Any information about Hannah's whereabouts should be given to the LAPD.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
That's what I saw recently.
So
yeah, and they've released the cause of death though now, haven't they?
Yeah, I believe that it is. I don't know how would we tentatively confirmed that he took his life, I guess. Died by suicide?
What I saw was that it was blunt force trauma.
Oh, but it was from jumping off of a parking garage.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, at the airport. So.
Whoa.
Yeah, we can read about that real quick to confirm that. But the LA County Medical Examiner, I think that must be where you got that. But multiple blunt force traumatic injuries, parent suicide near LAX.
Oh yeah, police confirmed that he died after he jumped off a parking structure near LAX.
Yeah, or was tossed off a parking structure if you are everyone on the internet.
Yeah.
Because that this has been like this year's new like Gabby Petito like speculation circus online.
This year's 4 people killed by a knife guy.
Wait, what was that one?
The 4 stabbings in Idaho.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
The
he got sentenced to death.
No, he didn't get sentenced to death. He got.
He didn't?
They're allowing the death
That's an option.
penalty
Yeah.
in
Okay.
Idaho. That was apparently not. It wasn't clear if he could be executed in Idaho, and they said, "Yeah, of course he can." So now
we're Idaho.
they're like, "Yeah, he's a piece of shit." So yeah, we'll kill him.
So they're oh my god. So he's still on the chopping block, but he hasn't been sentenced yet.
No, before they could even go to trial, they had to determine if they could kill him for that.
Okay.
But yeah, this is kind of what the
we're all in
internet's
agreement
been
that
like.
Hannah's dad didn't off himself, right? Dads don't just like fly across the ocean to a big city to search for their missing daughter just to off themselves in a parking lot. That doesn't happen. You could show me
You don't
video
know
footage
anything
of him
about
doing it
this
to
man.
himself, and I would still say that he was under duress and being forced to. There is no freaking way. I cannot be the only one who thinks this, right?
Well, yeah, you're saying
No.
that because you would really, really like people
Probably
to like
not.
and subscribe, right?
Yeah.
Just kind of engagement farming
gross.
a lot. But yeah, this is just some more examples of what kind of has been going on over there.
People are now saying the missing woman from Hawaii's family are the ones that actually got her missing. This is wild. So we know that her father flew from Hawaii to LAX to try to find her and see if she was okay. However, 13 days later, he is found unalived at the bottom of a garage in LAX. And one of the family members, an aunt, has spoken up and said, there's no foul play, no conspiracy, nothing wrong. He
Died
did
of a
this to
broken heart.
himself and it was of a broken heart. But many people are now pushing back and saying, this doesn't sound right, and they think at least some of the family members were in on somehow her possibly getting trafficked. What do you guys think?
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, get fucked for sure about that.
Yeah, eat shit also, Joy.
Yeah, well, she's got another one. This is
There are now 2 suspects in the Hannah Kobayashi case that have come out because of her Venmo payments. She is the missing woman from Hawaii. Her father just ended up unalive going and looking for her, but it gets stranger. So right around the time she disappeared, if you remember, she sent texts back and forth saying that people she trusted and loved took all of her money, messing with her head. 2 Venmo payments. One was to a man, and all it said was a bow and an arrow. And then another one was allegedly to a man, Jonathan Taylor, and all it said was reading on there, so they think this actually has to do with a tarot card reading. Now, the first one was made to a Veronica Almendarez. I hope I'm saying that right. The second one, this is the tarot card reading, was made to a Jonathan Taylor. They were made an hour in between each other. Now, we don't know exactly what that means yet, but they are tracking down leads, and I just hope we're going to get some justice for this girl, and I hope she's found soon.
yeah. Yeah, I was gonna say, like, a lot of assuming there. I do believe that there is information about it potentially being a tarot card reading. I don't know about the other one, the one with the bow, but yeah, on the 26th, it was determined that she intentionally didn't get on the plane. She missed the flight on purpose. So I don't know why, but also
Well, to go to the shoe event, of course.
Of course, I have to see the LeBron Shoe Museum at the Grove. But I mean, this speculation is the stuff that just rubs me the wrong way. Like, a lot of people believe, I don't know, that she's being well, I guess they believe that they know for certain that she's being brainwashed to be in a cult, that I mean, that
She
she's
got
being sex
Scientologied.
trafficked. Sex trafficking. I mean, that's I mean, more that's more potentially possible, you know. I think this is an update.
Yeah, I think a lot of
Guys, I know.
Go for it, Dan.
I was saying, I think that there's obviously there's so many options. I'd say that there's so many options for foul play here, but I think what's wild, or what I find is most wild about all these assumptions is that people truly don't think that, like, a dad can just be like so heartbroken he kills himself.
Yeah,
like that.
I mean, he doesn't sleep for 2 weeks trying to find his daughter in Skid Row of Los Angeles. Man, that's gonna
Yeah, might just feel hopeless. Yeah, but people also, like, these efforts are not, like, if people make these wild claims, they're not helping anything.
No, I don't even know what the. I mean,
just-
what's the real purpose? Is that you find momentary fame online because you guessed right. Is that it? Like,
yeah, I have no idea.
I don't know what the purpose of this kind of speculation is, but
Yeah.
I what is this one? This is the last clip I found on TikTok. I don't recall exactly what it is.
Guys, I know some of you guys saw this on Facebook already, but huge update on the family's timeline on Facebook. Hannah was spotted on Tuesday, November 12th at the Greyhound Terminal at Union Station 1112 at approximately 6:30 a.m. No one else was seen within the camera frame near her, but we also cannot rule out that if in fact she was with another individuals, they may have been distancing themselves from surveillance. Please be patient with as we are all still working effortlessly to continue the search for Hannah. We share our deepest gratitude through this time. We will not stop until we find her. Oh my God, that is so huge. Okay. Guys, remember when she had texted her friend, I might just take a bus to the Redwoods? I'm like, okay, well, let's see if she's, what is her destination? I mean, how are we we can find out from the Greyhound terminal where she was going, where her ticket was going to. Can we do that? What was she wearing? You know, what was she seen with last? Was she still seen with her suitcase? Also, the distance from Pico, where she was last seen, to Union Station, she must have stayed around that area, because she got off at Pico super late at 10 p.m. And then this bus, you know, she must have been like, okay, I need to go to the bus station first thing in the morning. I'm not going to stay on the streets like too crazy. Or if she didn't stay on the streets, maybe she stayed somewhere close by. All right, guys. So from Pico Station to Union Station, obviously she was there at 10:03 p.m. the night prior. Then she went to Union Station the next morning around 6:30 to catch the bus. It's about a 13-minute drive, but on the train, it's 18 minutes to get there. So guarantee she had to stay around that downtown LA area. Now I guess what we can do...
Or take an Uber or a cab. Like, there's plenty of ways to...
walk.
Yeah.
Is go and search
You can walk
the
as far as you
destinations from Union Station to where. I kind of pre-Googled. I'm not sure if the Union Station Greyhound can take
What
us
is
to
a
Red-
pre-Google? I was going to say, what does that even mean?
Does she say that she pre-Googled it before the video? Like she's like, I
maybe.
pulled some screenshots before.
Sure. That makes sense. I was just like, what the hell?
Pre-Googled it.
I guessed on
Dumb
some
way to
stuff
put that.
ahead of this. I was thinking I
She's
might
a
need
precog for search engines.
Yeah, this is...
Woods, but maybe there's a connecting bus she can take if she is planning to go to the Redwoods. Not sure, but I think first and foremost, the family needs to find out what her destination ticket was. So maybe let's try
the Redwood
Googling searching
Express.
to see where she could have gone from Union Station.
Oh, what you drinking? I said a Frisk?
Frisk.
It's a frisk, dude.
Oh. So
It has GABA in it. Do you guys know what GABA is?
That's the guys from TV with the funny arms.
Yeah. I don't...
Oh, GABA or whatever.
So I hate to be so not ACAB about this, but I assume that the police have been looking into anything anyone on TikTok is suggesting, right?
Yes.
I mean,
the police are not like, holy shit, I didn't know they were that close.
Like historically, I know
We
that
didn't know that
the
this-
LAPD does tend to, make big fuck up mistakes, as Kelly has been pointing out every week during this RFK Jr. assassination series that we're doing.
Mm-hmm. Hey, is that shirt still available?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, I can't drink this GABA. Guys, this
feel like I
this
need
Frisk
to
is
snag it.
this Frisk is like drinking toothpaste. I don't recommend Frisk
It's not
at all.
very good.
Hey, you know what I
No.
saw? Maybe you can find this, Dennis. I'm gonna drop the link in the chat real quick.
I'm switching back over to my classic here. I got one of these too, just in case.
Yeah,
Coke Zero.
Maybe you could take a glance in the streets for this guy right here, and I'll have Byron pull this up. But if you're in the chat, you can.
You know, here in Okinawa, I found a place selling Pornhub T-shirts.
Hell yeah, that rules. Banned in Texas, baby. Banned in Montana too.
And yeah.
God damn. Hey, I found there's a store near me that sells some pretty cool drinks, and I tried a lemon Coke Zero this last week. Fantastic. It was so good. And I tried the K-Wave Coke Zero as well.
K-Wave, huh?
Yeah, it's a Korean K-pop band, Coke Zero. It just tasted like Diet Coke. I think that the joke's on me.
You got fucking owned,
Ooh.
my dude.
This
is the
mayonnaise
new
drink.
This is a new mayonnaise soda, I guess.
Yeah, mayonnaise
drinkable
based
mayo,
soda.
huh?
All right. So you
If
wait,
you
you
like
tried the
the tangy
K-Wave.
Zip.
K-Wave,
Yeah.
they're saying it tastes kind of like the fantasy one.
Hey, you know what? Actually, I've got let me grab this one. I have a cool drink.
What's the name of the first like Coke that they came out in that like it's not a flavor, it's a concept. What was that one called? That was my favorite one.
The Star Dream or whatever.
Starry? Is that what
Starlight?
I can't remember.
Starry's the 7-Up like the one that Sierra Mist. They lost Sierra Mist because the
Coke
Sierra
Starlight
Mist
was
bought it.
It was Starlight.
Yeah, the space like one.
That one was my favorite. I
Yeah.
thought that was delicious. That was really good.
And then there was Coke Dream World was the other one.
Yeah, and then,
yeah, that's right.
wasn't it called Coke Astro World? No, that was Crush.
That's Travis.
Yes.
Oh my god, damn, that was quick.
That was.
Jesus
Thank you.
Christ. Good
Thank
for you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank
I'll look for this. I'm here for that. I go to Lawson all the time. It's my favorite conveni for sure.
No, I'm glad you're having a good
you know-
time over there, Dennis. Has it been good so far?
Oh, it's been amazing. Today I did have a really great. I had a koroke, which is like a Japanese croquette, and it was filled with mayonnaise and pepper, and it was really good.
Nice.
Like, wait,
It was
what
very
kind,
good. It
what kind of
tastes like
pepper?
a sandwich,
Pepper, like
black pepper,
wow, okay.
mayonnaise, black pepper, and potato.
Interesting.
Yeah. But no, yeah, it's been great.
Yeah, that makes sense. That
we've
sounds
done a lot of
good,
cool things.
actually.
It was incredible. It tastes like I was eating a sandwich. But I'm gonna look for this. I'll try this. It sounds disgusting, but I'll try it.
So Jared,
I did get a
Drop it in
strawberry
the
milk that was out of a glass bottle. It was like glass bottle strawberry milk that had like a nipple, like a baby bottle.
and you could suckle at it.
Yeah, and then so you had to drink the strawberry milk.
Wow, that's kind of
Exactly.
That's kind of bad.
What were you about to say?
I was just gonna say, Jared. It seemed like you were you running somewhere? Or you?
Oh, I was gonna say I have like a wild Pepsi, like I don't even know what it is. I'll grab it real quick.
Okay, go do that, and then I think I'm gonna set up our last big story of the night here. Let's see. You know who DB Cooper is, Dennis?
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
DB Cooper, the mysterious man,
Guy who sold a
Skyjacker.
plane and then yeah.
You know how like no one has been able to identify him for years at this point, decades.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember when it was. When was that? November.
DB
Wow.
Cooper.
Yeah, November 24th was DB Cooper Day. Interesting.
Oh, just recently.
Yeah,
So
we
I actually
just-
don't know if I want to, because it's 12:30 in the morning. I don't know if I want to drink a bunch
Yeah.
of sugar right now.
I don't know if you
But,
should.
I'll show the can though. The
Okay,
can's cool.
Show the can.
It's actually only 45 calories in this thing. All right, so
And what is that?
this
That's
is what we're
lemon
looking
Pepsi?
at. I think it might be like a pear or something. Let me move my finger off of this thing.
Looks like a lime and a pear.
Have you considered a translation?
Oh yeah, good call. I've got that thing on my phone, huh?
Yeah.
But look, there's like bamboo.
Uh-huh. Okay. I like the can. It looks good.
And then look at the tab.
Oh, wow. Pop that sucker.
That's great.
I mean, don't do it now, but yeah, that's wonderful. Damn. Very cool. And I'm over here drinking a Polar premium seltzer.
Oh, I like Polar.
But this is pink apple and lemon. It's a limited edition.
That sounds kind of good.
Mm-hmm. Very refreshing. Let's close some windows. Shop.frightday.com to get the Assassination of RFK shirt. And then Hannah Kobayashi. Maybe don't follow her. You don't need to do that. She's a photographer, Dennis. Did you know
People
that?
following her?
Well, I actually don't. I mean, I'm surprised by the number. It's only, well, it has gone up by about 3,000 since the last time I checked. But Forage Fairies. She's a floral designer. Very cool. So DB Cooper Day just passed, but we actually have an update, a serious update around the identity or potential identity of DB Cooper. A pretty interesting story here.
The identity of the person behind a 53-year-old hijacking mystery could soon be solved thanks to new evidence. Back in 1971, the man famously known as DB Cooper hijacked a Portland to Seattle flight saying he had a bomb. He demanded 4 parachutes and $200,000 in cash, and then he jumped out of the plane.
That's a bold thing to request mid hijacking.
Let me get some stuff
Parachutes,
to get out of
and
here.
they're like, oh, we don't have parachutes. Do all planes have parachutes?
Yeah.
Yeah, they probably
Well,
got 3 or 4.
They like stopped and got him it, right?
Oh, maybe. I actually don't know. Listen,
Yeah.
I haven't.
Yeah. So what happened?
Yeah,
Byron
let's
was
run
he.
the timeline.
I'll tell you a little bit.
Yeah, please do, because I actually didn't know
He
that.
hijacked the plane and said, "I need parachutes and money," and of
Uh-huh.
course, they wouldn't have the money on there either.
Oh,
so they
duh.
landed the plane,
I'm such a damn dipshit. What's wrong with me? Ransom.
and then they
money.
went and got all the money and the things. Yeah,
Of course.
and then they flew off again, and then he bailed mid-flight.
But there's still people on the plane here. Of course,
Okay.
right? He didn't let people off.
It is.
I think he did.
He let everyone off and took off on his own?
And then
No,
he
like,
jumped.
just the pilot,
Oh, just the pilot. Okay.
something like that.
You guys, this is a Pepsi, white pomelo, and
Oh.
green bamboo.
See, that's interesting.
Oh.
It combines the citrusy flavors of yuzu fruit with the subtle sweetness of bamboo extract.
How come I'm such a dipshit about DB Cooper? Dennis schooled me on it? This sucks. This is the worst.
I love that it's generally understood that I just don't know about this stuff.
Well, you don't know about spooky or conspiracy
No.
stuff for the most part.
I don't. No,
You're the
it's
you're
true.
the
Yep.
you're the everyman on this show. That's your role, is to react.
That is true.
Yeah.
To drop in while on vacation just to react.
You've literally everymaned right now. You just kind of popped in and said, "What's going on, guys?" It's perfect. So yeah, apparently he purchased a one-way ticket to Seattle, paying with only cash. After 3 p.m., he handed a note to a flight attendant claiming that there was a bomb and demanded $200,000 in cash and 4 parachutes. They landed in Seattle, where he exchanged the passengers for ransom money and parachutes. They took off again, bound for Mexico City, with only the crew on board. And then at around 8 p.m., a warning light on the cockpit indicated the AFT staircase, that's the rear staircase, the aft one, had been deployed. And approximately 8:13, he jumped out of the plane with a parachute and the ransom money somewhere between Seattle and Reno, which is a very... You'd think the crew would know better, right?
I think it would be a much better estimation of where they were.
The
Maybe
pilot...
They were like, well, fuck, I don't know.
I don't
somewhere
reckon.
over
Maybe
here.
he gave him $100,000 and said, "Hey, let's just."
Yeah.
It could be anywhere.
Hey,
honestly.
let's expand that radius a little bit.
Yes, yes. Pilot landed safely in Reno, and Dan Cooper, DB Cooper, vanished into the wilderness of the Pacific Northwest. And no one knows where he is or who he was until maybe now.
With the ransom money over Southwest Washington. To this day, no one knows what happened to him after he jumped.
The FBI closed the case back in 2016, but might informally look at the piece of evidence that's recently come to light. According to the Cowboy State Daily, 2 years ago, DB Cooper's sleuth Dan Grider found a parachute on a North Carolina property belonging to a man named Richard McKoy.
Richard McKoy.
Ooh, Byron.
My uncle Richard. Did you know
Richie.
that? He's
That's you?
the same uncle who told my dad he was vaccine injured. I'm just kidding. That's not true.
Second, McKoy is known for
What was his last name though? Or what was the?
look at the piece of
The
evidence
YouTuber's
that's recently
name.
come to light. According to the Cowboy State Daily, 2 years ago, DB Cooper's sleuth Dan Grider found
Dan Grider is apparently a
Grider.
YouTuber. Grider.
And he uncovered this 2 years ago?
Well, that's when this whole thing started. Yeah.
a parachute on a North Carolina property belonging to a man named Richard McKoy. the second. McKoy is known for pulling off an almost identical heist. Just 5 months later over Utah, he was arrested for that skyjacking, but he broke out of prison 2 years into his 45-year sentence and was killed in a police shootout. Grider believes the parachute found on the McKoy property is one of the 4 involved in the heist.
I do have it. I think it's hard to believe that they wouldn't have identified those eyebrows more clearly in the sketch.
Yeah.
Because those things are weird. Like, they are
weird.
Like a little spotty dog, you know? Like one of them little, like white and black dogs that they draw the little eyebrows on.
But otherwise, it does look fairly... The image and the sketch do look pretty good. Like,
yeah, not
kind of a good match.
Yeah, but I mean, they also look good enough, though, that, like... I mean, it was the same heist, and it was, like, pretty newsworthy.
Yeah, so they're like, why wouldn't
Like,
they have looked into this?
Did you do the other one? This story seems familiar.
See, that's a great point. So maybe things are a little too close.
Cops not talking to each other, of course.
But they did find they found this parachute on the property, though, which is kind of interesting.
McKoy's children tell Cowboy State Daily they have long suspected their father was D.B. Cooper. That parachute found on the McKoy property has since been collected by the FBI. No word yet on if it matches the parachutes that were recovered near the jump site. So for now, the identity of D.B. Cooper remains a mystery.
And just like that, the mystery continues.
Why did he want multiple parachutes?
That is kind of a weird question, right? Maybe... I actually don't know. Why would D.B. Cooper want multiple parachutes? This is Dan Grider's page, though, on YouTube. Not getting a lot of action, but not bad. Apparently he was in the hospital.
July 3, 2024. Yep, still in the hospital up at Grady, but about to get out here at some point. Surgery went good. All that stuff was good. I appreciate everybody jumping in and saying thanks and all that stuff.
Appreciate everyone saying thanks about my surgery.
Hey, thanks for your surgery, man.
Thanks. I appreciate that.
Thanks for getting that, man, honestly.
Honestly?
Thanks for getting that surgery done.
Glad you got that surgery. That's not nice. We shouldn't.
We
We
were all talking about it, and it was kind of causing a lot of distress.
Yeah.
And thanks for going through with it, man.
Maybe
Vasectomy is a hard choice.
That's what it was. So maybe DB Cooper wanted 4 parachutes for the crew, though. Like, maybe that was
his
it.
3 kids also.
2 primary shoots and 2 reserve shoots for several strategic reasons, apparently. To create uncertainty by demanding multiple parachutes, he likely aimed to make authorities unsure if he planned to take a hostage with him during the jump. To ensure quality, he wanted to make sure that they weren't setting him up.
Make sure
the
you
bad
gotta
one.
get away.
Yeah, to avoid sabotage. I think that's more what I'm thinking. Is if you have 2, and they're like, "Is he gonna jump with like a crew member? We can't fuck up like one of the 2 and just assume, you know." But why would? That's a weird thought, though. If you are a skyjacker and you're like, the police are gonna make me kill myself on accident. Like, cops aren't gonna be like, yeah, if he's jumping out, I want the shoot to fail, right?
Yeah, right.
That doesn't seem.
Give him the joke one.
It just doesn't seem.
Give him the one that has all of the plates and silverware in it. So when he pulls it, it's just a bunch of like
the whole picnic setup
metal
falls
and
out.
shit. Yeah.
He pulls it and a little message pops out and goes, "Oops," and unravels.
Yeah, and he runs. He runs in the air for a little bit.
A hobo bindle.
Acting parachute.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe, I mean, strategically, that's not the worst idea to ask for 4, which is 2 primary, 2 reserve. Interesting. Okay, but let's see. I don't know how these are kind of long videos, Dan Grider, but. What do we got here? The FBI, deep FBI update. It's only 57 minutes.
And it's part 3. Good
intro. I mean, so far, graphics are great. Using
Dan Grider.
I like the handwritten font choice, where the D's are all the same, the Y's are all the same, but it is handwritten, of course. What do you think about a stroke around a handwritten font, Dennis?
It's beautiful. It's beautiful. I love it so much.
Oh, yeah. And lowercase FBI?
What is he using? Update doesn't look like. It's Comic Sans, isn't it?
Jesus Christ. What is the bird noise? I'm going to turn it down.
It's meant to keep the Illuminati out, dude.
Okay.
Yeah. Different kind of cage.
Let's just speed right through this until now.
There's a huge manhunt on in the state of Washington for the middle-aged man who hijacked a jetliner and got $200,000 in ransom money, then escaped by parachuting into the night from the hijacked plane.
What's going on?
Maybe he's trying to... He doesn't have a good room tone, so he wants to keep something to carry the story through.
I just tried to skip ahead on my own keyboard, Byron. That's all.
Yeah.
All right,
I've done that a
here
few
we go.
times.
That we can end this
There's Richard
50-year
McKoy.
nightmare of secrets.
You got the glory hole.
Both my brother and I.
It's a 50-year
asked for
nightmare
closure,
of secrets?
healing,
Interesting.
and the therapeutic relief.
His
that
social
can
security
only
number's
come
on his
from
thing?
shining a light.
Wait,
on the
it
darkness
is his social security
Yes,
number
yeah,
right
let's
there.
rip him off.
Yeah.
I fucking say.
Let's get him to vote.
That's a great idea. All right, so he's talking to the FBI. Great.
Had anything to do with the original hijacking.
He's interviewing Richard's buddies. Okay, so it's interesting stuff. We got this new information, this new parachute on the property. They found it in North Carolina, which belonged to Richard Floyd McKoy II, who is the suspect of supposedly this skyjacking. He might be D.B. Cooper. McKoy, but spelled incorrectly with the 2 C's instead of the CK. So,
yeah, spot on.
Yes. Case has been closed since 2016. Might be reopened. Who knows? We'll keep our eyes on it. But they did a 4-hour search of the property with over a dozen FBI agents. So either it was a slow day at the office or they're taking this very seriously. I'm not really sure.
Yeah, that's a big deal.
So yeah, I mean, those are the big stories. That's the lighthearted, nice way to end the show. Is that where we want to do this? Or is there something we want to...
Let's see here.
Just in case we want to...
I found a really interesting new type of breed of pig. I don't know if I can share it in the chat to get it on screen.
Damn it, you just triggered Jared's pig story. Damn it.
I had so many big stories.
Thanks, Dennis. Tell us about that, and let's just figure this...
I didn't save any of the pig stories.
I was at the zoo and I found a cool pig. Oh, I don't know if I saved it here. Dang it. Anyways, all these animals. All these animals have their name in Japanese, right? And then it explains it describes them with a single sentence. And the pig that I saw was described as the pig which can exorcise demons.
Wait, it's like a holy pig?
I don't know, but I wanted
pig.
to ask it questions, but priest pig.
Wow.
But yeah.
That's
I
exciting.
need an old pig and I need a pig priest.
Here's a Russian farm worker who got arrested this last week for murder after a schoolgirl is fed to pigs while still alive. That's the kind of stuff.
Fuck?
Yeah. Is this the one, Jared?
It was a... No.
What is this video?
The other Russian one that I saw was like this, teen girl on her family farm went to go feed the hogs. The hogs rushed her because they were hungry. Stampede crumples her. Pigs eat her.
So it just happens all the time. So yeah, a young female farm worker was fed alive to a herd of pigs after allegedly being brutally raped and beaten by a colleague with a grudge.
These pigs have eaten
What is this
bodies
video?
recently.
This is footage from inside the place where she was
These are the
found.
pigs that went ham on her.
Igor
Why would they
Zaika.
have this video?
I don't know. This is police footage. 41 admits to attacking his...
using-
it's his boss's 17-year-old daughter. Yeah, she's believed to have been knocked unconscious and left to be eaten by the pigs to cover up the sexual assault. Now there is that sicko right there.
The other one I found seemed like it was maybe from America, but same thing. Farmer fed a mom and a child to the pigs on his farm and got found guilty for doing it.
Fuck, man.
So you gotta watch out for pigs, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You guys you're starting to get pigs in Montana, it sounds like.
Yeah, we're getting those
javelinas.
We're getting those wild hogs coming north, right?
Are we really?
You are, yeah. They're starting to get in Montana.
Insane.
It's going to be the end of the United States, that's for sure.
Hog states. Yeah, I'm trying to think.
Everyone's worried about immigrants. They should be worried about invasive species of hogs heading north.
We got the update here, and we got the Florida Jesus, I guess. These are all like funny stories, and one's really gross.
Yeah, I think maybe let's call it right there, huh?
Yeah. Well, yeah. Let's look at this one though. The orcas.
so let's not call it, but let's take a peek.
No. Yeah, you like this. This is peak word. That's all it is.
I had this story pulled just for you. That's so funny. Killer fashion. Is the orca's salmon hat back in vogue? Apparently, whale sighting groups have observed a resurgence of the salmon hat trend among orcas off the coast of Washington, which is a
You heard about that?
Yeah, I heard about this. You see this? A fashion statement that was first and oh my god, they're beating me up. Mom. Just kidding. Ooh. Okay. Yeah, this was last seen in the summer of
That's crazy, Jay.
87. Some things never go out of style. Others certainly do. Great start to a piece. Then there's the pocket of culture that routinely, makes its resurgence every generation. Children of the 80s will recognize the resurgence of retro right now. Arcade machines, synthesizers, salmon hats. The list goes on. Yes, it may have taken some 37 years, but if you weren't aware, salmon hats are finally back in vogue. Now, what is a salmon hat? Is there an actual picture, or do I have to read this whole story?
We're gonna have, yeah. Let's just go look at salmon hats. It's just telling us that salmon hats are back, folks.
Salmon hats are these whales wearing. They're wearing salmon on top of their
head.
Put a fish on their head. Now, what
Why?
are they?
How do they do it?
Because it's fashionable.
It's
But
just
how
like
do they do it?
It's
Do they
just like
stick
a
on?
cool. It's just like a cool ass thing that fish are doing.
Yeah, they seem to follow trends, and this is a trend that, I guess 37 years ago when we were all just wee lads, the orcas were wearing fish on their head.
I just don't believe this. This is crazy.
But they said that it, I believe, showed up in like 2 regions around like the globe, or around like the same time. Wow. It was happening in the P and Dub. It was also happening somewhere else too, I think. Australia, maybe.
This is amazing.
Maybe, I don't remember.
These guys just put dead fish on their heads, and that's
they just hang out with the fish, and they just look at my hat.
Amazing.
Got a fish on my head.
This is a great story.
So that's like a really fun thing that tightens it up for everybody.
I like that.
Orcas wear hats.
Wow.
I like it. It's cute. It's a good look. I was hoping it was just a pink hat, salmon colored hat.
They're wearing the pink pussy hats out there.
That's pretty cool. That's great stuff. And on that note, Dennis, I'm looking forward to seeing you're going to be back stateside in like a week.
Yeah, I'll be back in 1 week from today. I'll be back.
Well, thanks for popping in and enjoying this this little rundown of this week's nightmarish situations with us. Keep your eyes out,
I'm glad
everyone.
that I could hear about all the disaster.
Yeah, everyone keep your eyes out for Hannah. I have a feeling that she hopped on a Greyhound. That's my guess. I don't know about
That's my guess as well.
Head to the redwoods, but I also do know that if you were just like looking for a couple weeks without like everyone being on your case, and then your dad takes his life off of a parking garage, that's not gonna be. This is gonna be bad. Like, I don't think that there's a good end for this in sight.
Yeah,
it's gonna be pretty dark.
When you said Greyhound, it reminded me of that Mountain Goat song. Did you listen to the Mountain Goats?
I have listened to the Mountain Goats, yeah, but I don't know about the Greyhound song.
It's the See America Right track. He's like, I was getting out of jail, heading to the Greyhound. Said you'd get one on yourself and meet me on the way down. That one.
That's a nice song.
Good,
the song's called See America Right.
Yeah.
Interesting. I don't have any outro music because my iPad's dead, but
I guess we got to do this one, huh?
Wait, what? You want me to play the Mountain Goats?
Nah, yeah.
No. Dennis, Jared, I'll see you on Louder Than Crowder, a podcast about the podcast Louder with Crowder. If you want to hear us talk about the election, go to shrug.club and watch 5 hours of us trying to cope and then failing dramatically and disastrously at the end. Mm-hmm. Dennis, you missed that. You dodged that, didn't you?
I did that privately.
Wow. Shrug.club, check that out. Frightday.com. Kelly is going to be talking RFK. I always say JFK. RFK. We're wrapping that series up soon, and then we're going to be celebrating episode 400, if you can believe it.
Wow.
With a Q&A, AMA, any sort of A, I guess. Well, that's the A stands for anything and answer.
Anything.
So, and answer for question and answer. So it's different. But ask us questions. Contact at frightday.com. Give us a call, 1-833. I was going to try to Fright9, I guess. Yeah. And yeah, we'll see you next time. Dennis, Jared, thanks a lot.
Ow! Thanks, guys.
You've been listening to an Audio Wool original, produced by Byron McKoy. Theme music is provided by Yawns. For more programs like this, visit audiowool.co.